TV proudly presents Kentucky High School football as the Kool Sports Network brings you coverage of the East Carter Raiders live from Greason, Kentucky. Now let's head to the field for Countdown to Kickoff and East Carter Raiders football live on Kool TV.
Welcome to Greason, Kentucky on the campus of East Carter High School as we have a little technical difficulties here. We're not sure if you saw our last segment or not. And, of course, anytime you mix electronics with water, you're going to have a little bit of problems. And I mean, earlier, as Jeff Irwin stands to my left, he's a fantastic producer. The rain was blowing in sideways, kind of like what you've seen off Forrest Gump, and then we had a couple of sayings. And finally, we got that out of here. And it probably rained an inch, though, Jeff, really.
Easily.
It probably rained an inch. And the field looks great, by the way. But as both teams finally got on the field, we're scheduled for a 9 p.m. kickoff. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, look at some of the keys of the game here on Kool TV.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC. We are the home office.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Border Sporting Goods has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders also has baits in every size and style with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Back out here at Grayson, Kentucky on the campus of East Carter High School as Rowan County makes their way back to the east side of the end zone, and East Carter is in the locker room as the student section makes their way out onto the field. And I tell you, Jeff, you talk about a student section. East Carter brought a student section. I think they got a little that, that powder that's colorful and you kind of throw it on shirts and on your face. And I think it's made it over all the way into the student section. And I tell you, there's some colorful T-shirts out on the field right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell that looks about a fourth of the school at least out there right now. I mean, it is a great crowd out here. They're all decked out, especially with the rain going on.
Right.
We're going to get some good tie-dye action going on.
Right. A little bit of logistics on this game. First meeting between East Carter and Rowan County took place in 1973. East Carter's won the last 3 meetings. Rowan County leads the all-time series 21-15. Players to watch for East Carter first: Mikey Hall, Gabe Roberts, Quentin Johnson, Briar Holbrook, Landon Yoke, Jackson Barker, and Isaac Messer. Of course, Isaac Messer. For Rowan County, Abram Norton, Jackson Hamilton, Madden Owen, and Lane Pelfrey. I think it's fair to say that both of these teams feel like they're better teams than what they showed in week 1. And, of course, for both of these teams, the schedule doesn't get any easier. It's a huge game here. So a little bit of keys for tonight's game. Rowan County cannot turn the ball over and win here tonight. They've got to control the line of scrimmage, especially when you deal with a big physical defensive line like what East Carter has. And if you try to run east-west instead of north-south, I like East Carter a lot more, which, it is what it is. For East Carter, you just got to start fast. I mean, you've got to start fast. You've got to win the line of scrimmage. And do not allow ball carriers to get in the second level. And what I mean by that is you've got a lot of guys who don't have a lot of experience in the second level for East Carter. And it's not that they don't have the talent. They have the talent. But experience and talent in high school is 2 different things. So, if East Carter is able to bottle up these Rowan County ball carries at the line of scrimmage, look for a big Raider win tonight. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll play a little football here in Grayson on the Kool Hits Sports Network.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family-oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you. They know you by name.
You may not go in there for a day or several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Ashland Credit Union. Own your journey.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Looking for a new ride? Stop by Fairchild's Auto Sales where everyone is approved. Good credit, bad credit, even no credit. Fairchild Auto Sales is fast and hassle-free and can get you on the road with down payments as low as only $500. Plus, all purchases receive a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty. With new inventory arriving weekly, Fairchild's Auto Sales is certain to have that new ride you are looking for. Need servicing on your ride? Fairchild's Auto Sales is now offering service work with oil change and brake service specials. Let Fairchild's Auto Sales earn your business. Call 606-494-2030 or visit fairchildsauto.com. Fairchild's Auto Sales, US 23 in Wortland.
A significant number of people are both dehydrated and lacking the proper nutrients their body needs to function optimally. Intravenous therapy is a great way to refresh, refuel, and recover from the stresses of life. Bluegrass Drip offers intravenous therapy as well as aesthetics procedures that help remodel and replace collagen, all in a very relaxing atmosphere. For more information, call 205-285-1642 or go to bluegrassdrip.com. That's Bluegrass Drip Wellness and Aesthetics.
Back out here at Grayson, Kentucky campus of East Carter High School, both teams have made their way to their respective sidelines as the captains have met, or they're getting ready to meet at midfield, and as the student section tries to clear the way here. That's one of the biggest student sections I've ever seen.
Yeah, I said they definitely need to do a fired up Friday for them. This is a great crowd here tonight, opening night, and especially having a 9 o'clock starting time. It's going to make these are definitely the faithful.
Of course, tonight's game is brought to you in part by J.D. Flooring of Greenup. For all your carpet and flooring needs, see the good folks at J.D. Flooring. By Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. Kurt can take care of all your insurance needs, home, health, and vehicle. That's Kurt Robinson State Farm. And by the Grant County Public Library with branches in Flatwood, South Shore, and the main branch in downtown Greenup. Books, movies, and so much more. The Greenup County Public Library.
So what kind of weather we're looking at here? Of course, obviously, rain kind of moved out of the area. And then we got the pre-kick time and weather. Of course, as we said, 9 o'clock. We're surprised that we're getting started at that time.
We did, and Jeff's alluded to it. We had spiderweb style lightning shoot through the sky from the moment we got here until just about 45 minutes ago, and we thought, there's no way we're going to get going before 9 o'clock. Here we are, as we dip under 20 seconds left to play. I believe East Carter won the toss, and I believe they have elected to defer to the second half. So,
I believe so. And that pre-kick was brought to you there by Ram Pharmacies, from your friend for life at Ram Pharmacies. They bring you that there. Let's get the quick live read on that so we can.
Yeah, I got the top. I got it.
Got the top one on there. All right, making sure that we get everybody on there because Ram Pharmacies you can do. You can help with your pharmaceutical needs, vaccinations, and other needs. Call 606-836-7267.
Like we said, Grayson, Kentucky. Let's see, according to the Apple Watch, it's 80 degrees, 9:01 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're on top of the press box here at Steve Womack Field. And a lot of people, of course, I got to see East Carter last week, and a lot of people didn't. This is the first time they've gotten to see this East Carter team. They're going to see a really good kicker. He's got a really, really good kicker who kicked it over the returner's head a couple of times there at Estill County. And, the story is, though, Jeff, East Carter had the ball 4 times. They scored touchdowns on 3 of those times and didn't get the ball back. Estill County took the ball and went on very long, sustained drives, converted 4th downs, and as we're ready to play a little football. As kick is kind of a pooch kick. It's going to be fielded right at the 15, heading off to his right, and he swarms. That was Watson. And Rowan County will start their first drive of the game, the opening drive of the game, at the 24-yard line.
Right down near the 25-yard line. The Vikings will begin first down.
First and 10, Rowan County. Norton's in the gun. Jackson Hamilton to his left, 2 receivers to his right. Dropping a throw. Quick little throw into the middle of the field. Nice little catch there.
This pass is complete.
By Owen. Big gain of 5. Second and 5.
5 on the play brings up second down.
East Carter with a lot of guys in the box here, kind of bringing those safeties up to the second level. As Norton's in a gun, handoff, goes to the running back, sweeping off to the right, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, goes across the 40 and out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. First and 10, Rowan County.
Carrier. First down. County.
That was Hamilton. Just a little outside zone, and Rowan County's offensive line very efficient there, kind of cutting off the linebacker and defensive end, allowing Hamilton to get the edge, and it's a Viking first down. Under center is Norton. Now he has a man in motion, calls for the ball, gives it off to Hamilton, and very good job there by that East Carter defensive front, stopping Hamilton after a minimal gain.
Gain of a couple. He's up second down and 8.
Norton in the gun. He's got Hamilton to his right and 2 receivers to his left. Hands it off. Ball's on the ground. It's still loose. It's still loose. And I think Rowan County was able to get back on. Now it's still loose. And I believe it's going to be 3rd down. It was. And, Jeff, that's just the quality of the field, the rain.
Exactly. We, it was one of those things that, the field, when you came here today, a beautiful work of art and everything else.
Yeah.
But now that field is not going to last very long here tonight.
No, and you wonder about the footing. And it changes the way that these coaches have to call plays because you know that the quarterback, when he's dropping to throw, the ball is wet in his hand. How much do you trust your quarterback to kind of air it out here and limit your mistakes? Let's bring up 3rd and 14. Norton in the gun. He's got 2 receivers split out to his left. Calls for the ball. Handoff. A reverse. And he's got a lot of room. This is the fullback. And he's going to be short. As he kind of trips up there, he's going to be tripped up at the 46, still about 4 or 5 yards, I believe 4 yards short of the first down.
Well, the first down yardage.
That was Will Richardson. So 4th and a very long 4. And you kind of wonder here, are you willing to roll the dice early? Are you willing to, how much do you trust your defense? Because I feel like, Jeff, in this game, the first score matters a whole lot.
It's true, especially with the field being wet like this. Yeah, it's a tough call out there right now. Do you want to run? Do you want to run things, trust this field, and maybe hit it up while it's early? That's kind of the big thing.
Looks like that Norton went and got a play from Coach Kelly Ford, and they're at least going to try to draw him off sides as Kelly Ford's over there beside the official. And you got to think he's going to try to draw him off sides here. He may run a play here, but he's awfully close to that official over on the sideline. It makes me think they're not going to run a play. And they're not. They're going to call a timeout and punt this football. Sure did.
That's good. That's good coaching right there.
What do you have to lose?
Yeah.
You get a delay a game. You get they call it timeout, but you get a false start. It doesn't really hurt you a whole lot because you're going to punt anyways. So after 1 first down, East Carter has forced Rowan County into the preliminary indication is they're going to punt. We still, anything could happen. I doubt it with the way the field is, but of course, down in Letcher County Central, Raceland leads Letcher County 7-0, and they took the kids off the field because of lightning. We know all about that. But I believe East Carter and Rowan County were out on the field at least 2 or 3 times and made them go back to the locker room. So,
yeah, safety first, as we was talking. Of course, the officials got the app on their phone.
They do.
And just to make sure, because I believe it's about a 5-10 mile radius, what they're looking for.
Right. And they should, because sometimes you get lightning strikes that are 20 miles away, but you can still see them. But nobody's going to get hit by lightning 20 miles away.
Right.
So Rowan County back in punt formation. Back deep to receive for East Carter, Gabe Roberts and Mikey Hall. Good snap. No rush. It's a decent punt. This one's going to hit right inside the 30. And roll inside the 20, and it's going to go dead right at about the 16-yard line, and that's where East Carter will start their first drive of the evening.
First down.
An offense, Jeff, had the ball 4 or 5 times and scored 3 of them at Estill County. Just didn't get to see the field a whole lot. Estill County went on really, really long drives, converted a lot of 4th downs, and limited the times that East Carter was able to touch the ball. When they were on the field, they were very impressive. Johnson throwing the ball very well, giving his receivers one-on-one opportunities. Holbrook and Yoke ran the ball very, very well. So let's see if they stay with that game plan. Johnson's in the gun. He's got Holbrook to his left. Mikey Hall comes in motion. It's going to go to Holbrook, straight up the middle, and he's stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe falls forward for a yard.
Holbrook on the carry.
Bring up 2nd and 9.
Short gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
And it's kind of what we talked about in the pregame. Which one of these teams is going to control the line of scrimmage? In a game where the elements matter so much, you got to think everything's wet. Your socks are wet. The ball is wet. Your arm sleeves are wet. Who wins the line of scrimmage, I think, wins tonight.
That's going to be the truth, because out here, anything can happen in the mud bowls and everything else that we have. We've had great teams come in and they can't work in the rain.
Johnson hands off to Holbrook, sweeping off to his left, breaks a tackle, gets across the 20 to about the 22 or 23 yard line. It'll bring up third medium.
That's the 20-yard line. Brings up third down.
Third and a very long 3. Excuse me, very long 4. Johnson's in the gun. He's got Hall and Roberts to his left, or excuse me, his right. Dropping a throw. Throwing across the middle, and it's just over the head of Gabe Roberts. And East Carter will go 3 and out.
Throws incomplete. Brings up
Ball kind of
down.
sailed a little bit there on him. I'm not sure if he would have got the first down anyways. It would have been close. Just a quick slant. And East Carter will give the ball right back to Rowan County.
Yeah, because even if you catch it, you're not guaranteed a first down on this field.
Right. Back deep to receive is Watson. And I don't have a... And it looks like Josh Drake. Snap a little high, Messer with the kick, and it's a good one. This one's going to go in the Rowan County territory. It's muffed by Drake. Ball's loose. Jumping on it is East Carter. Still fighting. It's still loose. And East Carter has it inside the Viking 40. Huge miscue there if you're the Vikings. You don't want to lose the yardage as far as, letting the ball go. But it's a tough catch, man. A lot of people say, hey, why didn't you just catch the ball? I'm telling you right now, when you got defenders running as hard as they can downfield at you, that's a tough play.
Well, and the atmosphere around here too. I mean, of course, you got the fans and everything, but
Right.
and also you've got the humidity.
Right.
That's out there. I mean, these kids. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing more dropped footballs.
Cramps.
Yeah, cramps and drop balls is
Right.
what we're going to be looking at all game today.
East Carter with a first down at the 37 of Rowan County. Johnson to the gun. Holbrook to his right. Hall and Roberts split out to the left. Dropping the throw is Johnson. Dropping the throw. Throws across the middle. And it's caught by Roberts. Inside the 30, and he's going to be drugged down by Watson after a gain of about 8 or 9. They're going to mark it right at the 29. Of course, the official over there has got a different mark than this one. See where they put this at. They're going to put it at the 29. They'll bring up 2nd and 2. That's kind of been Mr. Reliable so far for East Carter this year, is that Gabe Roberts. I know Mikey Hall is a heck of a receiver, but Gabe Roberts had a kickoff return at Estill County, a guy that won a couple of one-on-one matchups, had close to 100 yards receiving at their game at Estill County. So I know that's fine and dandy, but I'm sure Coach Tim Champlin's going to try to get some of this yardage on the ground.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, that first week was a very strange week, I think, for several teams around the area.
I'm glad you said that because my picks were terrible. Johnson setting up deep. He's now he's just going to take off running. He's very good at this. He goes inside the 25, and it looks like he's going to be knocked out of bounds right about the 20-yard line. It'll be an East Carter first down. Of course, all first downs are brought to you by Red 8X Pharmacy. For all your pharmaceutical needs, see Red 8RX Pharmacy in Greenup. Didn't want to force the ball downfield. You've seen the maturity in Johnson there. A guy who, Jeff, this is only his 3rd start. And, the maturity that he has, kind of didn't want to throw it downfield there and force something. He had a couple of guys he probably could have thrown it to. He makes the right decision, goes out of bounds. It's 1st and 10. Dropping the throw, one-on-one. Gabe Roberts is out there, and it's dropped. Had it right in his hands that it is dropped.
Brings up 2nd down.
Really, really tough. He's kind of looking over his opposite shoulder, trying to make that catch, and really good play out there by Rowan County. Knocking it down, I believe. That was Josh Drake knocking it out of Gabe Roberts' hands. Prevents a East Carter touchdown. It'll be 2nd and 10. A very eventful incompletion.
I know, he was almost there. If he would have just went down to the ground with it and held on to it for just a second longer.
Well, I think Rowan County sideline thought it was a touchdown because when it actually popped out, everybody over there was very animated. So in the gun is Johnson. Kind of just a little buck sweep over to the left. He's got a lot of room. Cuts up And still on his feet. He's going close to a first down.
Come on, the ball carrier.
He got a little bit of help on the piggyback ride there for a little bit.
And this red zone visit from the Raiders is brought to you. Bob Miller, attorney at law.
Well, Ryland runs tough, man. A lot of people, they don't
Third down
understand
and one
that.
for the Raiders.
And like we said, this is a lot of people's first time getting to see this Raider team. And they're going to see what I said all week, especially on my show, that this is a good team. That score didn't indicate how that game was played. There's some things that happened that impacted the game. I'm not going to make any excuses. It was just, you could tell that, I hate to say it because they lost, East Carter was a better team. I hate to say that. I shouldn't say that, but I did. So.
Like I said, it was a weird week all the way around. You look at Lewis County, losing by 2.
Yoke and Johnson collide. And it's going to be a big loss. It's going to bring up 4th and about 5 now. It's a little miscommunication by Landon Yoke and Quentin Johnson in the backfield as he tried to hand it off and they just collided. But I will say this. It looked like Rowan County had some really good penetration, though. They were in the backfield quick. I don't think even if he would have got the handoff, he may have got back to the line of scrimmage, but he wasn't going far.
Oh, no. They had him contained there.
4th and 5 for East Carter, trying to convert this big turnover they got on a botched punt by Rowan County. Yoke and Johnson in the backfield. Mikey Hall, Gabe Roberts are split out. Just look for a little fade here to Gabe Roberts. Dropping the throw, rolling off to his right. He's got a lot of room. If he tucks it, he might make it and just gets rid of it inside the 5. And it's going to be a first down for East Carter. There's Ryan Carter.
Number 34, Ryan Carter. Go to the play. First down, Raider. First down is brought to you by Racing Sanitation.
Of course, all first downs are brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy. For all your pharmaceutical needs, see Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Greenup. First and goal, East Carter. They have it at the 4. Yoke to Johnson's left. 2 receivers split out to the left. That's Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts. Handoff goes to Yoke. Yoke makes a man miss, runs over a guy, and goes in. Touchdown, East Carter.
Touchdown, Raiders. Touchdown brought to you by First Light Home Care.
Landon Yoke very patient on that handoff. He could have just tried to bulldoze it in, and he probably wouldn't make it. He kind of very patient there, let his block sit up, broke a tackle, and rolled in.
Absolutely. Let the play develop.
Yeah, and that's a thing that I think that you don't see enough. I feel like the running backs, as soon as they get the ball, they feel like they got to score right then, and it's just really mature play there. Kick is away, and it's blocked.
That first down brought to you by Johnson Chiropractic.
Yeah, Ryan Carter's kick is blocked.
3:19 remaining in the
3:19 left here in the first quarter. It's East Carter 6 for Rowan County nothing. We'll be back on Kool TV.
A significant number of people are both dehydrated and lacking the proper nutrients their body needs to function optimally. Intravenous therapy is a great way to refresh, refuel, and recover from the stresses of life. Bluegrass Drip offers intravenous therapy as well as aesthetics procedures that help remodel and replace collagen, all in a very relaxing atmosphere. For more information, call 205-285-1642 or go to bluegrassdrip.com. That's Bluegrass Drip Wellness and Aesthetics.
State Senator Robin Webb would like to congratulate all the teams who made it to the 16th Regional Tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's regional tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
Back out here at East Carter High School, Ryan Carter teeing the ball up. Landon Yoke goes 4 yards where the Raiders scored. The Carter kick is blocked. There's a line drive. I don't think it would have made it anyways. Kind of, if you just stick your paw up, you would have blocked it anyways. So a low line drive kick. This is where we sit. 6-0, Raiders lead. Carter's kick, a good one. This one's going to take Watson at the 15. circles off to his right and breaks a tackle. And it's finally wrestled down from behind at about the 35-yard line. So Rowan County with good field position starting their second drive of this afternoon. Excuse me, tonight.
First down.
Of course, the best producer in the entire state of Kentucky. I shouldn't say that. We've got the top 3 producers in our staff, but one of them is right to my left, and Jeff Irwin. And man, let me tell you something. I can't thank you enough for showing up and doing what you do. And you're a scientist when it comes to this technical stuff. I'm like Fred Flintstone when it comes to this stuff. So
all I got to do is pull up my Harry Potter magic, and I'm good to go.
Norden under center. Handoff goes to Hamilton. Wing T formation. He's ran down and thrown down from behind.
Hamilton on the loss.
I believe that was
second down.
Ashton Moore. See a number over there. Alan Cooper is playing some defensive line tonight. 2nd and 10. Norden. Handoff straight up the middle. And minimal gain again, and it's going to bring up 3rd and medium. He fooled me a little bit there. I thought Norden still had the football. I thought he was going to, it was a quick handoff. So we've seen 4 or 5 different formations out of Rowan County so far tonight. This is only their second drive. They've been in gun. They've been in empty. They've run a wing T formation. So, what kind of offense would you call that?
I think it's
multiple.
The potpourri.
3rd and 5. Norden will be under center. Richardson and Hamilton in the backfield in that wing T formation. He's got a receiver split out to his right. Drop into throw, and it's just a go ball. And this is way over the head of everybody. Mikey Hall almost ran it down for a pick, and it's going to bring up a punting situation for Rowan County.
Brings up 4th down.
With the score being what it is, I don't think you go for it here. The defense is, already forced East Carter into a 3-and-out once. And on the punt, of course, I believe Josh Drake botched it right here at the 35. They fought. East Carter came out with it, and that's ultimately how East Carter scored so far.
Exactly. Got it on the turnover, on the punt fumble on there. Defense is going to play a huge role here tonight.
Back deep to receive for the Raiders are Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts. This one's a low line drive. It's going to hit inside the 40. It's going to roll inside the 30 and die right at the 29-yard line, and that's where East Carter will start their 3rd drive tonight.
29-yard line where East Carter will begin. 3rd down.
Very impressive short drive last time by the offense, though. I feel like the maturity that Johnson showed, he had a big 3rd down. Instead of forcing it into traffic, he rolls out, gets the 1st down, goes out of bounds, and, of course, they convert the big 4th down. Convert the 4th down. And the ball that he threw over here to Gabe Roberts over here in the left corner, I'm not saying it was a catchable ball, but it wasn't ugly.
No, it was a well-thrown ball, and like I said, it was just
That's
1 second.
Catch. You're being guarded by a very good corner, and you're trying to catch the ball of your opposite shoulder while running the opposite way. So it was a tough catch. I don't know if anybody that would have made that catch, but of course, it sits at 9:23 Eastern Time. Temperature is 79 degrees. Of course, me and Jeff looked at the temperatures on Monday, and we thought we were going to be pigs in a blanket up here on top of the press box at Steve Womack Field.
Exactly. I was getting ready to bring out instead of like sunblock or something, just break out the Wesson oil because we're going to fry up here.
There's people down below us wearing windbreakers. So that's not me. I'm natural. I run hot. I'm like an old Chevy. So it is what it is. Johnson's going to be in the gun. Holbrook is checked back in. He's going to line up to his left. There's 2 receivers to his left. That's Gabe Roberts and Mikey Hall. Dropping a throw, setting up deep. He's got Gabe Roberts up across the 40, 45, midfield, and into Rowan territory. For a Raider first down. Looks like they're going to mark it right at midfield.
To the play. First down.
Of course, all first downs are brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy. For all your pharmaceutical needs, see Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Greenup.
Sanitation.
So early, the Raiders hurting the Vikings through the air. It's something that, me and Coach Tim Champion were texting early in the week, and he said if everything goes well, our receivers should have a big game this week, and so far they have. Johnson's in the gun. Handoff, sweeping off to his right, gets across the 50, inside the 45, inside the 40, tiptoes down the sideline and almost got loose.
Now the ball carrier out at the 40-yard line.
Rollin was thinking about 6 right there, I tell you. First downs are brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy. For all your pharmaceutical needs, see Red 8 Pat.
You'll have that one memorized.
Yeah, I'm going to say it in my sleep tonight. So Johnson in the gun. Got Holbrook to his left. Dropping the throw. Nice. He'll make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Knocking on the keeper. Short game.
I know that they didn't gain any. Well, I'm not even sure I would call him young, inexperienced. That's a better word for it. He could have forced a downfield running. It would have been a crossbody throw on the run. It would have been a really tough throw. Instead, he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think that's a really mature play.
Yeah, absolutely. It takes a while to actually teach somebody to do that.
Right. And to Yoke, little RPO. It's got Mikey Hall. Hall inside the 30. Fights inside the 25. Still going. Up offense is on. Of course, that first down was brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy. For all your pharmaceutical needs, see Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Greenup as Tim Champlin calls that play in, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
In our lives, when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669.
Raceland Christian Church, located at 210 Caroline Road, can provide you with a path to Jesus with Sunday morning service at 10:30, evening services at 6, and Christ-centered recovery services Tuesday night at 6, while serving more than 150 Greenup County families each month.
This is Jason Likens, the lead minister at Raceland Christian Church. We're a little church with a big vision of serving our community for the cause of Christ. We invite you to come live out your faith with us.
Back out here at East Carter High School, Graceland, Kentucky, also known as God's Country. The field has taken some wear since they've started the game, Jeff, and I didn't really notice it until the end of the quarter and they flipped sides. That is not what the field looked like when we started the game.
No, it was a nice green. It looked like it belonged at Augusta.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, and now it gets to a nice shade of brown.
Well, you know what? When I was at Russell, our field was the worst in the area. I mean, we played on gravel. I mean, it was terrible, really. And now it's not like that now, but, we won a lot of games there, so.
Well, it makes you tougher.
Well, we didn't throw the ball either.
That's true.
So. First and 10, East Carter. Johnson's going to be in the gun. Holbrook is lined up to his right. I believe that's Holbrook. No, it is Yoke. Holbrook split out here to the left. 2 receivers to his right. Gabe Roberts and Mikey Hall. Johnson calls for the ball. Roberts was in motion. Little RPO passes behind him. Good snag by Roberts. Lowers his shoulder. Gets inside the 15. It's going to be close to another Raider first down.
Number 3,
He marked right at the 19-yard line. He reached behind him. Full sprint. Caught the ball and still had the audacity to run over a Viking.
How dare he?
I know.
Brought to you by Bob Miller, attorney at law.
Listen, I said it on my show Tuesday. Gabe Roberts is a dude.
Oh,
he's one of those guys.
A stud.
He's one of the best players in the area. I don't care what school you go to, who you root for. Gabe Roberts is one of the best players in this area, and he showed it last Friday, and he's showing it again now. 2nd and 2 for East Carter. Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts split out to Johnson's left. Yoke in the backfield. Holbrook lined up a tight end on the right. Dropping the throw, little pump fake wide open in the back of the end zone is Gabe Roberts. Touchdown, East Carter.
Gabe Roberts with the touchdown. Raiders.
Nice little pump fake there by Johnson. Threw it over his head, and Gabe Roberts, all he had to do was walk underneath it. An easy touchdown for East Carter, and it's 12-0 Raiders with 11:07 left here in the first half. Of course, that touchdown is brought to you by
Johnson Chiropractic.
Johnson Chiropractic. Let Dr. Shannon Johnson help you get back in the game of life. Of course, if you don't know Dr. Johnson, do you know Shannon Johnson?
I do not, but I probably need to go see her.
Well, Shannon is a trainer he's the team doc. Everybody calls him Doc, and he's awesome. Awesome. East Carter going to go for 2 here. Johnson in the gun, dropping a throw, and fumbled the ball and picked it back up. Johnson still could get this. Throws in the middle of the field, and it's caught. Mikey Hall gets the 2-point conversion, hits a play there by Johnson. He knew he was going to go down. He fumbles the football on purpose, picks it up, and then throws to the end zone.
Is good.
The 2-point conversion is good. It's 14-0 Raiders.
In the first half, your score.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
Raceland Christian Church, located at 210 Caroline Road, can provide you with a path to Jesus with Sunday morning service at 10:30, evening services at 6, and Christ-centered recovery services Tuesday night at 6, where over 250 people have surrendered their lives to Christ over the last 2 years. Raceland Christian Church also offers their Feed My Sheep food pantry while serving more than 150 Greenup County families each month.
This is Jason Likens, the lead minister at Raceland Christian Church. We're a little church with a big vision of serving our community for the cause of Christ. We invite you to come live out your faith with us.
Back out here at East Carter High School, it is 14-0 Raiders lead. Johnson connects to Gabe Roberts in the end zone for a 19-yard touchdown. Fleming County leads Nicholas County 33-0 in the second quarter. Of course, Bell County and Boyd County 38-20 right now. Bell County's running back with 200 yards in the first half. So really hoping Boyd County, we were talking about during break, man, I really was hoping Boyd County pull this. This one's a bunch kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. Ryan Carter kind of just pulled that one. It's going to go out of bounds on the East Carter sideline, and Rowan County once again will have good field position to begin their drive.
Of course, flag for a legal procedure, kick out of bounds.
Yeah. But, you know, against some teams, kicking out of bounds is more efficient.
It is true.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Vikings. They got to get something going here down in a hole, 14-0.
Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line.
And this is the East Carter team that we all thought we would see. They kind of, I hate to use the analogy, they drug their feet at Estill County, but the people that know they didn't play well know they didn't play well.
Right.
And so, you know, you don't have to tell them they didn't play well. They know it. That's the responsibility of these kids, and they're just, you know, they're ready to play tonight. Norton's under center. Richardson and Hamilton in the backfield. And they're going to get him for a false start. Sure did. The tight end was going upfield. He gave it away. He was going, that was a run the whole way. He was going for a linebacker, wasn't he, Jeff?
Oh, he was heading downfield.
Yeah. So another self-inflicted wound for
the Vikings.
Rowan County. You go back to where, you know, these teams were kind of exchanging haymakers early in the game. No points had been scored. Rowan County forced East Carter into a 3-and-out and then blotched the punt, and ever since then it's been downhill for them. 1st and 15, Norton under center. He's got a receiver split out to his right. Handoff goes to the fullback, Richardson, for a very short gain.
24, Will Richardson, the ball carrier. Gain of 3 on the play brings up 2nd down and 12.
Something we talked about in the pregame is you don't want to allow these ball carriers to get to the next level. And East Carter's defensive front, their front 7 in particular, have done a very good job early, not allowing that to happen. Now, Rowan County had a couple of runs where they kind of got outside the tackle, and but as far as running A and B gaps, they have nothing. Norton under center, a little toss over to the left, pursuing, and I believe he tripped over his own guy. I believe he tripped over Richardson, his fullback. Just now joining us, Jeff and I and his family were up here on the press box on top of Steve Womack Field, and at times we want to thank East Carter for putting this canopy up here.
Oh, absolutely.
That is awesome. Norton's in the gun, 2 receivers to his left, dropping a throw, rolling off to his right, and he's going to throw it, and Jared Potter comes downfield. It was a for sure completion, and you start to one stagnant the last 3 or 4 drives, and the first drive was the one they had the most success in, and they've only picked up 1 first down, thus kind of just backs away. East Carter will have good field position. It'll die at the 36-yard line.
Ball is down at the 36-yard line, where East Carter will begin. First down.
Of course, this first down is brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy for all your pharmaceutical needs. See Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Greenup. One thing that I've noticed early is I think East Carter heard all the outside noise. And they've read the articles in the paper. They've watched the shows that we've put on. They know that the showing that they had at Estill County wasn't the ceiling that this team
older than thinking that you're above it.
One thing that is interesting is East Carter hasn't ran the ball a whole lot tonight. So Johnson in the gun, dropping the throw.
Number 14, Jared Potter.
Just a mesh. He had 2 drag routes going opposite ways. Gabe Roberts kind of went upfield there. Didn't feel comfortable throwing in traffic, just hits the drag and picks up 3 yards. You can't ask for more than that. 9 minutes left here in the first half. East Carter up with 2 touchdowns, trying to add more to it. 2nd and 7. Holbrook has checked in. He's to Johnson's right. 2 receivers to the right. That's Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts. Dropping to throw. And he's setting up deep. He's trying to get Mikey Hall, and he's got him. Mikey Hall kind of loses his footing, but East Carter will have it 1st and 10 inside the Viking 30.
Mikey Hall. Results of the play.
Placed right at 28. Right down the field they go.
First down, brought to you by Graceland Sanitation.
Of course, that first down was brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy. All your pharmaceutical needs, see Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Greenup. And it seemed like that East Carter just needed a little nudge on offense, and ever since then, man, I can't tell you the last time they ran the ball.
I know. Well,
Tim Campbell started to air raid.
Don't mess with success.
Yep, that's right. Johnson's in the gun. Holbrook. Excuse me, that was Carter coming in motion, but they're going to get the Raiders for illegal procedure.
East Carter. 5-yard penalty.
You know what I like about this officiating crew? They stop the play when there's a false start.
That's good.
Last week, Estill County and East Carter, 2 times. Very long touchdown plays were called back. One. And there was a false start. Why would you not blow the play dead? A false start.
If it's on the defense, of course.
Exactly.
You have to. But offense?
Why would you even let them run the play and risk maybe a kid getting hurt on the defense or offense? On a play doesn't even count. Either way, that's in the past. Johnson in the gun. Dropping to throw. Still dropping to throw. Throws across the middle to Gabe Roberts, and it's intercepted. Watson dives and intercepts the Johnson pass. There is a flag on the field.
Intercepted by number 3 for Rowan County, Deshaun Watson. They'll take over 1st down.
Let's see what they call this on. I believe it's going to go against the Raiders. It is. It'll be a holding against decline. So Johnson with his first interception of the season. A ball that was a little behind him. You're going to get that. I don't know of any quarterback in any level of football that hasn't thrown an interception in a season.
Oh, absolutely. Because if that ever happened, then they didn't play much to begin with. Starting quarterback, they're going to throw an interception.
Peyton Manning still holds the record for the most interceptions thrown in a single season, I believe. And I think he was pretty good. So. First and 10, Rowan County. Norton in the gun. Hamilton to his left. Handoff goes to Hamilton. Sweeping off to his right. Really good pursuit by the East Carter defense. Mikey Hall and Potter coming down.
On the carry.
A gain of 3, maybe 3.5.
Gain of about 4 on the play. He's up 2nd down and 6.
Ball marked right at the Viking 18. As the field's starting to get some wear and tear. The grounds crew will have their word cut out for them. 14-0 Raceland. I just got that update over Letcher Central. Norden in the gun. Hamilton to his left and 2 receivers to his left. And it's going to be a reverse to Richardson, and Isaac Messer's got him and brings him down way back behind the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a huge loss of about 8 yards.
Brought down in the backfield. Isaac Messer for a loss.
And you knew,
3rd down and long.
You knew at one point in this game Isaac Messer was going to come in and make a great play, and he did it just right there. You know, if you're Rowan County, you had a really good first down play there. You're feeling good. You finally got something positive there, and you run a reverse to your fullback who you have listed on your depth chart, and the play just took too long to develop. And Isaac Messer, who's a guy who probably is faster than their fullback, makes a good play, and it's a loss of about 8 yards. It'll be 3rd and a very long 13, maybe 14. Norden in the gun. And it's a little bootleg, maybe a read option. And he's going to be stuffed. Landon Yoke wasn't fooled. He stayed home. And he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage in a punting situation for Rowan County. So a promising beginning of the drive, Jeff. They got a 4-yard gain.
Brought to you by Keys.
Loss on 2nd down. No gain on 3rd down. It's another punting situation.
Brought to you. Primary Plus.
And we do hope all of our fans at home, too, enjoy our score updates on the bottom of the screen there. We try to give them to you. Thanks to Dwayne Elliott back at Cool Hit Station, keeping our stats, our scores up to date.
Of course, Dwayne's my buddy, and I call him the caretaker because he's at the studio well after all of us are in bed. So I call him the caretaker. This snap to Watson, very low. It's not a good punt, but Gabe Roberts is going to let it go. It's a very good roll. Rolls into Raider territory. They'll die at the 49-yard line.
Ball is down on the 49-yard line. East Carter will begin. 1st down.
1st and 10 East Carter. Of course, all first downs are brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy. For all your pharmaceutical needs, Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Greenup. 5:22 left here. How aggressive are you if you're Tim Champlin? You already got a 2-touchdown lead. Rowan County has shown no signs of any offensive movement. Are you aggressive here? Do you let your young quarterback, he's already thrown 1 interception, do you just let him loose?
I say let him roll with it because, I mean, right now you're up by 2 touchdowns. Not a whole lot of time left in the half.
I agree.
Just, go ahead and let him go out there.
I agree.
Because, I mean, what can you do? Go down to a 1-touchdown lead?
Johnson in the gun. Just a little shovel pass over to the right. Here comes Ryland. Ryan breaks a tackle inside Viking territory, tight ropes the sideline, and gets inside the 45. They're going to mark him around the 40. It'll be a 1st and 10 East Carter.
1st down. Ready. 1st down is brought to you by Grayson Sanitation.
Huge crowd on hand. I mean, on both end zones, or this end zone over here is full. There's people over to our right in the right end zone. Rowan County brought a really good crowd for week number 2. Of course, it's the Raider home opener. Carter's in the backfield. He's checked in. Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts split out to the right. Johnson's in the gun. Calls for the ball. Kind of bobbles the snap. Hands it off to Holbrook. Holbrook's got a lot of room. Breaks a tackle inside the 35 to about the 34.
Holbrook on the carry down to the 34-yard line.
So kind of crisis diverted right there. I thought that was maybe 6. Really good play there by Rowan County to prevent that from going any more than just 6 yards as Landon Yoke's going to check in. Here comes Carter out. 4:46, clock's rolling. Johnson in the gun, 2 receivers to his left. You can't even see Mikey Hall's number on his back. Dropping a throw. And throws over the middle. It's caught by Robertson, and he drops it. A little bit of a high pass there. Really good job there by East Carter's offensive line. Gave Johnson plenty of time to throw. He just kind of had to shift it to his left in the pocket. But that's one thing that I think that the East Carter offensive line has played very well so far.
Yeah, they have played very tough here. And facing a 3rd down right here, I mean, they're nowhere near out of this.
No. If you're Tim Champlin here, you feel a lot better at the half if you're up 21-0 instead of 14.
Well, after last week, losing by 1 point,
right?
You want to get as many as what you can.
Johnson's in the gun. They got the Vikings offsides. This will get it first down.
Offside is Rowan County.
It'll be a first down.
Result of the play, first down.
Of course, all first downs are brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy for all your pharmaceutical needs. See the Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Greenwood. Before 22 here, that's kind of a double-edged sword, Jeff, because that not only gives each Carter a first down, it stops the clock.
It does. It essentially gives them another timeout.
It does. And of course, each Carter with 3. They haven't used a timeout. Rowan County with 2. Johnson's in the gun. Dropping to throw. Setting up deep. And he's going to throw it to the end zone. He's got Gabe Roberts out there, and he just overshot him just a little bit. It wasn't a bad pass.
Brings up second down.
Just a post to the middle of the field, and Roberts had his man beat. It was just a little overthrown, but it showed you the arm strength of Tim Champlin's young quarterback that he has out there. He could have easily thrown that, probably hit the scoreboard.
Yeah, and that's what you got to let them do. You got to let them play out there and use their strengths to their ability.
Right. That's a huge weapon. You've got a kid with an arm that strong. So Johnson's in the gun, 2nd and 10. Handoff goes to Yoke, sweeping off to his right, breaks a tackle into the second level. And he's going to have another Raider first down, I believe. It'll be close. Yes, he will. This ball will be spotted inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line.
First down is brought to you by Grayson Sanitation. The ball being at the 16-yard line.
Brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Greenup.
Turning it long.
Hey, did you see that? I didn't even have to look at the paper that time.
You were on it.
I'm telling you. East Card's getting enough first downs where I don't have to even look at the paper no more. Johnson's in the gun. He's got Yoke to his right. Holbrook comes in motion. Handoff goes to Yoke. Just a little counter. Heads back to his right. And we'll get inside the 15. It looks like they're going to mark him at the 13 as clock rolls. 3:28.
And around 4 yards. Brings up second down.
Fleming County 33, Nicholas County nothing in the second.
Yeah. Yep. Johnson's in the gun. 3 minutes exactly left here in the first half. Handoff goes to Yoke. Yoke off to his left. Breaks a tackle inside the 10. Breaks another tackle and goes in. Touchdown, East Carter.
Yoke on the carry. Touchdown.
Just kind of stuck that.
Home.
It's 20-0. Of course, all touchdowns all season long are brought to you by Johnson Chiropractic. Like Dr. Johnson, help you get back in the game of life. Right down the field they go again. And you start to wonder, Rowan County, are they were already in the danger zone. Have they dug the hole too deep as we get ready to go to half and to where they are not able to come back? This is a kick, and it's a very low kick, and it goes just off to the left. 2:49 left here in the first half. East Carter leads 20-0 over Rowan County on Kool TV.
When you have business away from home or a planned event, construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Check out Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson for the Lane liquidation event with sofas and dinette sets starting at $299 and sectional sofas at $699. Dyer's has all the top brands in bedding from Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Serta, and Beauty Rest. They have a full selection of home appliances in stock and ready for immediate delivery while offering easy payment plans with no credit checks. Let Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore be your next stop for all your home furnishing needs. Family owned and operated for 4 generations and serving northeastern Kentucky for over 75 years. Stop by or give them a call at 606-474-5515. That's Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore, 506 Carolina Boulevard in Grayson.
Back out here on Kool TV. We're in Grayson, Kentucky on the campus of East Carter High School. It's 20-0. Raiders lead over Rowan County. Jeff, when the offense is rolling, it's rolling, and for East Carter, it's rolling.
They're like a train rolling through right now.
This ball is a short kick fielded by Watson. Watson's up across the 35 and gets to the 40, and he is leveled by Potter right at the 40-yard line.
Just shy of the 40-yard line, where Rowan County will begin first down.
I believe they're going to mark it actually at the 39. 2:42 left. Biggest possession. I know this is, kind of common sense. Biggest possession so far for Rowan County. You go into the half down 20-0. I shouldn't say you basically give yourself no chance, but that's tough.
Exactly. I mean, especially on the road, weather conditions the way they've been,
And you haven't moved the ball. You've got 2 first downs on the night so far. That's the big one. Norden in the gun. Hamilton to his right. 2 receivers split out to his, and they're going to false start again. And we've kind of seen those mental mistakes all night long for the Vikings. And
the false start against Rowan County.
It's their second false start. Add that to a botched punt. And offsides on a huge third down for East Carter down here. Gives the Raiders a first down, and they find themselves down 20-0. Where Shelby Valley, Lawrence County, 8-0. Valley leads the Bulldogs in Louisa at the half. Raceland leads 14-0. Morgan all over Betsy Lane. I believe the last score I got was 40-0. Bell County leads Boyd County 46-26. 3 minutes left to go in the third. It's a little counter, and Ryan Carter's all over him. Slings him down. He barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the carry.
I believe that was Judd.
No gain on the play. Second down and long.
It has to be because I don't have a number.
We have a Casey's
21 on my roster.
Taken
a timeout. Keep it right here.
And timeout's brought to you by Miller Music Funeral Home.
$2:27 left in the first half. With East Carter already up 20, Jeff. How aggressive here are you with the timeouts? East Carter with 2 right now. Let's say Rowan County runs the ball here, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. If you're Tim Champlin, do you call timeout here?
I'll say so. I mean,
I think so too.
I mean, first of the season, you got to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
Because right now you're taking those shots, taking the chances, rolling the dice and seeing what happens.
He's 2nd and 15. As of course, East Carter called that timeout, which is indication that if Rowan County doesn't at least get a first down here, they're going to use their second timeout, try to add to that 20-point lead.
I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you could show me how to love.
Oh, as the canopy, and I know that got people down here below us. They're starting to scramble as the canopy had some water was holding and just released it down right in front of us and all over the fans. Norton drops a throw, a little screen pass. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. And here comes 2 or 3 flags. And you got to think with that many flags, it's either a face mask or it's going to be an illegal block or hold on Rowan County. Interesting call here because Rowan County got about 6 or 7 yards out of that play. It would still bring up third down and medium. It's on East Carter. I think they're going to back them up. They sure will. Let's see what the call is. Official Lane Hughes. Personal foul. I don't know what that. I guess it was crackback.
Personal foul called against Rowan County.
I think that's what because that's something that's new that they changed the rule here within the last 3 or 4 years.
15 yards.
We're not used to seeing that call, but I think that's the crackback. Well, so what had to have happened is a Rowan County player got upfield and tried to come back upfield and block a Raider, and you can't do that. I mean, that's one of the things. You could do that when me and Jeff played.
Oh, absolutely.
That was one of our favorite things to do because that's the only time we could kill somebody.
2 seconds.
And East Carter's going to call timeout. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll face Rowan County has a 2nd and 25 here on Kool TV.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Border Sporting Goods has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders also has baits in every size and style with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
Back out here on Kool TV, 2nd and 29 for Rowan County after a personal foul. Norden under center. Rowan County just trying to get the half here. Dropping to throw, pump fake, and it's going to throw this way over the head of everybody. Kind of exactly what you didn't want there. And it's going to bring up third and extremely long here. I don't ever like to put myself in a coaching situation, but if you're Rowan County, you hand the ball off here and make East Carter use their last time out.
Exactly, yeah, because you don't want to give them any time left to play with.
And then you just punt. I mean, the odds of converting a third down and 29 are if East Carter gets caught for pass interference.
Right. And that's a situation that you don't want to be in just yet. Of course, I'm sure you've probably seen it across the field. The chain gang guy took a shot on that. The Rowan County player just kind of rolled right over top on him.
Norden in the gun. They're not handing this ball off. They're going to throw a pass here. Rolling off to his right is Norden. Setting a throw. Throws across the middle and passes caught! Richardson into Raider territory. Inside the 40, inside the 30. And ran down by Potter inside the 20. A deflected pass.
Pass complete. Number 44, Will Richardson. First down, Rowan County.
So Potter runs down Richardson. What a play by him. And they convert a 3rd and 29.
That's because they didn't hold anything back.
They didn't. 1st and 10, Rowan County. Ball was kind of thrown into traffic there. Deflected up in the air. Richardson comes down with it and runs it deep into Raider territory. This one goes to Hamilton. And Isaac Messer has him and throws him to the ground.
Hamilton
In the backfield. He was held too, it looked like.
Loss on the play. Taken down.
Rowan County was still with 2 timeouts left. This is a loss of 3. 2nd and 13. You know, and that's something that we talked about, especially in the preseason. If you're going to go against a defensive line like East Carter's in particular, a guy like Isaac Messer, you better double team him. Rowan didn't there. They paid the price.
Exactly. You have to know where the threats are at and be able to neutralize them as you get to them.
Norden in the gun. Hamilton to his right. East Carter with an all-out blitz. Pass is caught inside the 10 to about the 8 or 9. I believe it'll be marked at the 9. He'll still be just a little bit shy of the first down.
10-yard line.
They'll bring up 3rd and short. Timeout, Rowan County. We'll keep it right here.
Casey Lane's timeout taken. Rowan County.
Of course, looking around, scores from around the area. Morgan County leads Jenkins 46-0. Raceland leads Letcher Central 20-0. Last score I got, start of the 3rd quarter. Bell County leaded Boyd 38-20. So what's that score? Is 46-26. 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Boyd County with 2 turnovers in the red zone. Huge sequence of plays here if you're Rowan County. You have to convert this into points and go into the half, 20-7, 20-8, whatever it is. If you can't convert here and you go into the half 20-0, that's extremely deflating.
Exactly, because you're this close into the red zone. Deep, best field position you had all night. You don't come away with any points. That's going to deflate your balloon awful quick.
It's a game killer. So second and it should be third. Yes, they changed the yard marker on the far side. 3rd and 1. Norton in the gun. We got Hamilton to his right. Now Richardson comes in motion. Dropping to throw. He's got a man wide open in the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Rowan County.
It's complete to Birchfield. Touchdown.
Birchfield got away from his defender. Goes all the way in the far corner of the end zone, and Rowan County is on the board with 47 seconds left here in the first half.
That's exactly what they needed right there.
If you're Rowan County, yes. If you're East Carter, you kind of got caught looking at the locker room.
Right. He was thinking, we're under a minute left. He's not been that accurate all night long, except for that one pass.
Right, and you got to think, yes, Rowan County scored on this drive, but it took a tip pass on 3rd and 29.
Right.
So regardless how you get it, you got it, and Rowan County's on the board for the first time tonight. Extra point is up. The snap is bobbled. Rolling off to his right, I believe that's Norton. Norton is going to be stuffed. So the conversion is no good. 47 seconds left here before half in Grayson. East Carter leads Rowan 20-6 here on Kool TV.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare.
Back out here at East Carter High School, 47 seconds remain here in the first half. Rowan County gets on the board with a Birchfield touchdown catch over in the left corner of the end zone to our right. In the Viking territory and wrestled down from behind at about the 42-yard line. So with a timeout left, 41 seconds left, East Carter's going to take some shots to the end zone here.
Oh, absolutely. Now's the time. You're not going to take anything back into the locker room with you. Get that 3-score lead once again.
I believe the ball we actually spotted in between the 42 and 43. Bell County leads Boyd County 54-27 in the fourth quarter.
Good night. That is turning out to be
And I hate that. I hate that for Coach Ferguson out of Boyd County. I really was hoping he got one of his. Coach Tim Champion's not happy. I believe that they're going to waste their final timeout. They will keep it right here. County.
Exactly.
Not ours. We know Boyd County's good.
Yeah, we've got the experience with the players. We've seen them year after year. They're a solid team, but probably just having an off night.
Then turnovers in the red zone and not being able to stop Bell County's rushing attack. Of course, had one kid that was over 200 yards in the first half. So, but I'll tell you what, and they're kind of leaving their corners out on the island over here to the left. They've got Watson matched up man-to-man with Roberts as Tim Champlin kind of yells at Mikey Hall to get off the line of scrimmage. Johnson stepping up in the pocket, standing in midfield, kind of rolls off to his right. This one's going to come back. So somebody definitely was holding.
Well, he done something very wrong.
Yeah, and they're going to back him up here. Because you back him up 10 yards, plus you take 7 or 8 seconds off the clock. 33 seconds remain here in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10. And the way that they get out of bounds and take 2 or 3 shots at the end zone.
Absolutely. With this much time left, going for 3 not going to help out much.
From the original line of scrimmage, 1st down and 20.
1st and 20. Ball goes back into Raider territory at the 48. Across the middle, and Mikey Hall tries to dive and get it just out of his reach. They bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete, brings up 2nd down.
20. Letcher County has scored 20-7 Racing. They had to make a 2-hour and 43-minute bus ride. So it's not quite as far as going to Middlesboro or some of our longer trips, but on a bus it makes it more difficult. 2nd and 20. Ball at the Raider 48. Johnson in the gun. It's just going to hand this off to Holbrook. Holbrook gets into Viking territory. Tried to get out of bounds. He couldn't do it. Clock continues to roll. He gets to about the Viking 40. At the end of the first half, East Carter leads Rowan County 20-6. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Check out Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson for the Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Serta, and Beauty Rest. They have a full selection of home appliances in stock and ready for immediate delivery while offering easy payment plans with no credit checks.
To congratulate all the teams who made it to the 16th Regional Tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's regional tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
The Electric Plant Board of the City of Vanceburg has been serving the needs of the community since 1939 and is dedicated to maintaining reliable utility service for its customers. Their employees are active members of the community and take pride in serving their neighbors and friends. The utility board encourages their customers to use their convenient online bill pay or phone payment service located on the back of their bill. They remind everyone to call 811 before you dig, even for small jobs, to prevent hitting buried utility line. And they wish all the teams the best of luck this season.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Your local gym meets all your kids' athletic needs. Forget the long drives. Go to Cosmic Athletic Center in Olive Hill. We have instruction in all-star cheer, tumbling, basketball, volleyball, soccer, hip-hop dance, and pickleball at our 12,000 square foot facility. Or schedule your next birthday party with us. Our highly qualified staff works with athletes from 5 counties. Like us on Facebook or go to thecosmiccenter.com on US 60 by Rock Crusher Curve in Olive Hill. Phone 286-0239. Cosmic Athletic Center.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
Fall hunting season is here, and Border Sporting Goods has your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reloading supplies, along with a wide selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Back out here on Kool TV, we're on the campus of East Carter High School. We're at the half. East Carter leads Rowan County 20-6 in a game that feels like that it should be 40-0, Jeff. East Carter really controlled the game 99% of the first half until that final Viking drive. They convert a 3rd and 29 on a tipped pass. Richardson jumps up and grabs it, scampers deep into Raider territory. 2 plays later, Norton a pass in the left corner of the end zone to Birchfield. Gives Rowan County their first points of the night. For East Carter, it's been all Johnson and Gabe Roberts and Mikey Hall have made all the big plays for him. Gabe Roberts with a couple of touchdowns, and that's where we sit, 20-6. Other area scores: Raceland leading Letcher Central 21-7. Boyd County trailing 54-36. Shelby Valley 14-0 over Lawrence County, and a final at the Pike County Bowl. Pike County Bowl, they do that every year. A game that I missed. I missed this game also. Pike County Central, who was the winners over West Carter a week ago, they go to the Pike County Bowl, and they defeat Martin County. You ready for the score of that one, Jeff?
Let's hear that one.
9-6.
Well,
how about it?
I'd take that.
I wonder if Martin County scored a touchdown and just didn't convert, or they actually had 5 field goals in the game.
Well, that's a possibility.
Or maybe both teams scored, missed the extra points,
and then
a field goal won it.
It's hard to tell. The possibilities, I'm not going to say are endless, but
yeah, I'll look into that. I'll ask a couple people down in Martin County, but still 9:45 left here at the half. When we come back, we'll break down some of the keys for the second half here on Kool TV.
I've been a member for...
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
Bright Beginnings Preschool, located in Raceland Christian Church at 210 Caroline Road, provides quality childcare with Christian values to more than 30 students currently enrolled in the school. Open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Bright Beginnings Preschool is available for nearly every schedule while offering a peace of mind while your little one is away. For more information, contact Heather Scarberry at brightbeginningsatRacelandChristian.com or call 606-834-9241. That's Bright Beginnings Preschool, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Back out here on Kool TV, 7:30 left here in the half. 20-6, East Carter leads Rowan County. Jeff, it was a game that we said in the pregame who would win the line of scrimmage would win this game. And I can't honestly say either team has won the line of scrimmage. If you want to talk about defensively, the East Carter front seven has really just shut down Rowan County's running attack.
Yeah, it's one of those that, the major play of the game for Rowan County had to be that tip on the
third. It was on 3rd and 39.
Yeah. But from then, East Carter has done a great job on the defensive end, containing the quarterback when he has broken out, to go out for a pass. But, really, they have not broken out for any major runs tonight.
They haven't. They've actually some of their best runs they've had have come on outside zone plays. where Norton's in the center or in the gun. He hands off to Hamilton, and he sweeps off to his right or he sweeps off to his left. Anytime they try to go A or B gap, they're stuffed by that interior defensive line with Ashton Lewis and Isaac Messer and among others.
Yeah, East Carter's not going to give anything up in the box.
They're not. And, like we said, Jeff, we kind of looked at me and you knew we were going to work together all week, and we kind of looked at the weather forecast, and we saw that we were going to be at 97-degree weather. There was no chance of rain. We didn't think it would rain. And last night they finally said we might get some thunderstorms. Well, they weren't kidding. We got 2 or 3 of them on top of each other, and it dropped about an inch of rain in a couple hours. And from the start of this game till now, the field looks completely different.
Oh, yeah. As we mentioned earlier, it was a nice, lush green. The paint down the middle was perfect. And then you look at anything else, and it just gets to be ridiculous now. I know that you said that, they didn't want to get their field tore up first game of the season, but, well, if they come away with a win, I'm sure they'll be glad for it.
As you look at Rowan County's schedule on your screen, it doesn't get any easier, Jeff. You go play, I believe it's Bath County, Fleming, Mason, Ashland, Johnson Central, Boyd, Greenup. That 4-game stretch there, all district games, is the definition of the gauntlet.
Exactly. And, Rowan County's always been in a tough district, with some very quality teams. I mean, Johnson Central perpetually, it seems like, they're always in if they're not down at Kroger Field, they're just about down there.
Well, and it's interesting you say that because I watched Cabell Midland play last night. They played against GW and just blew the doors off of them. I mean, I believe the score is 35-7 at the half. The reason why I say that, though, is because I watched Johnson Central play Cabell Midland and beat them to death. 26-6, I believe, in Paintsville. I know it was a scrimmage, but they played the starters for a first half. And you can't tell me the kids weren't trying, so.
Exactly. It's one of those that, first game, everybody's going to be going out.
We have a final. Fleming County has defeated Nicholas County 54-6.
That is.
Well, it's predictable.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's no, and with 4 minutes left in the half, we'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll play a little second half football here on Aaron Grayson on Kool TV.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
Bright Beginnings Preschool, located in Raceland Christian Church at 210 Caroline Road, provides quality childcare with Christian values to more than 30 students currently enrolled in the school. Open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Bright Beginnings Preschool is available for nearly every schedule while offering a peace of mind while your little one is away. For more information, contact Heather Scarberry at brightbeginningsatRacelandChristian.com or call 606-834-9241. That's Bright Beginnings Preschool, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Back out here on Kool TV as Rowan County has made their way back on the field as they their stretching circle. East Carter still has yet to make their way on to the field. And a little shout out to East Carter's student section tonight. You want to talk about a student body who supports this team? They do out here at East Carter, Jeff.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's one of these things that, you know, I know when coming in today, you know, getting ready to set up and everything, they were out here well before I even got here. You know, they had a couple tents set over across the way by the parking lot, you know, tailgating. I mean, you know, you got some dedicated fans here at East Carter.
Boyd County is playing a pretty important game up the road on 64, just off the highway. Right now, they trail Bell County 60-34.
Is that second half?
It's the fourth quarter. If you'd have told me Boyd County was going to score 34 points, I still would have picked them.
Right. Because, I mean, they're a quality team. You know, it's hard to tell exactly what
The
happened.
reason why we're talking more about Boyd County is because East Carter's going to go to Boyd County next week.
Yeah, and that's exactly who they're going to be looking at.
Right.
And, I mean, you know, coming off a position of, you know, Boyd County coming off a big loss, you know that it's going to be a tough week of practice.
It'll be a tough week of practice, and you know, if you're East Carter, you got to take care of business here in the second half. You know, let's say both teams go in 1-1. It's anybody's game, especially, you know, the confidence you have when you're undefeated compared to when you lose your first game. And you see Kentucky football do it all the time. They'll start out 5-0, and then they'll go to Tennessee or Georgia and they'll lose. And then they'll drop a game to South Carolina or Mississippi State, a team they're way better than. But it's losing to the same team twice. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah, that's the big thing right there. I know I went down to Kentucky, watched them play Vanderbilt in the snow and everything.
Yeah.
And
like last year, they lost to Vanderbilt last year. A team they're way better than.
I know. I was in there. You could tell that the fans and everything else was like, what's wrong with you? You know, they knew that Kentucky was a much better football team than what Vanderbilt was. But Vanderbilt came up on top. I mean, their quarterback made it, you know, the defensive line look like they were Swiss cheese, had a whole bunch of holes in it.
And that's just the kind of the beauty of football, though, man. You just really never know. You won't hardly ever see any monumental upsets in football, but when you do see them, they truly are monumental.
Exactly. Everybody knows about them. You know,
it's not like March Madness, the team gets hot. You know, basketball team gets hot from three. They can beat anybody. In football, there's so many different matchups that pulling off one of those big upsets, and I'm not saying, you know, any of these games that we're going to do throughout the year will be an upset, but pulling off an upset in football is a completely different animal. I still remember when Appalachian State went to Michigan and won. That was one of the best games I've ever watched. So,
yeah, you know, football having that blowout game, that's not a normal thing. I mean, unless, you know, it is preseason and you are having, you know, a Division I, you know, trying to take on like you know, some Division II or Division III team out there. But, you know, but we've got some games out there like, you know, Fleming County, as we were talking about them a little bit earlier, 54-6.
If like, I'm glad you brought that up. If Fleming County, let's just say, you know, because their schedule now is favorable. They got past Henry Clay. The schedule now is favorable to come here and be undefeated. And you got to think, you know, that could be your district championship.
Exactly.
It really could, you know, because, yeah, I understand East still has to go to Russell, and I understand they got a couple more district games. But, you know, I still think the two best teams in this district are East Carter and Fleming County.
Yeah, those are going to be the ones that you have to watch out. East Carter's proven it out here tonight, you know, putting up 20 points in the first half, you know, getting the job done on the ground and in the air. You know, not typical for a high school team around here too much, you know, especially with a rookie quarterback.
They have, and Johnson's played phenomenal. And when you got guys like Gabe Roberts and Mikey Hall and Holbrook and Yoke in the backfield, and it makes your job a little easier because you can't really double any of those guys because you're leaving your defender out on an island trying to, you know, guard a Raider wide receiver man, and you know how running man is in high school. Either you got the corners or you don't.
Exactly. It's either they're going to go flat out and head down toward, you know, or, you know, run a post route, run a flag route.
And I think Gabe Roberts has ran some, you know, Gabe Roberts has a very good against man coverage one-on-one. And he's made Brown County pay tonight. He made Estill County pay 2 times in week 1. So as the clock rolls to 0, and 12 minutes go up on the scoreboard. We're ready to start the third quarter. Of course, East Carter will get the ball to begin the second half. They won the toss and deferred. So, do you onside kick here? Team's coming out of half.
I say try it. Of course,
because Rowan County, they don't kick the ball particularly deep anyways.
Yeah, there's some teams that get out there, and you think that they're purposely onside kicking it every time, but they just don't have a kicker that can really put it downfield. That's why I'm mad, and I'm always let's do an onside kick. Let's go for it 4th and 30. Let's see what happens. Of course, a lot of our games around the area move to tomorrow night. You got Russell and Greenup coming up. That should be a great matchup going to be going on. Of course, one of our schools, Raceland, on top right now, 27. Shelby Valley over Lawrence. So we were talking about that one pregame as well.
Yep, there it is, onside kick, and it's bobbled, and Rowan County has it. Yeah, we kind of called it. I hate to say that, but.
Well, it's the situation of why not.
Like kick recovered by Rowan County.
Now, can Rowan County maintain the momentum they gained there towards the end of the first half?
First down.
Well, it gives them the light. Well, this definitely gives them the light and gives them the momentum coming into the second half right here.
It does, and you got to think, East Carter, you don't want them to go into cruise control. So, Norton under center, wing T formation. Now has a man in motion. Handoff goes straight up the middle to Richardson, and he's stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. There's Carter and who else
This
is in
third
there?
quarter is being brought to you by Papa John's of Grayson.
Second and 9. Ball spotted right at the Raider 48. I believe that was Salmons in there. I was trying to get a number on him. I was looking forever. I believe it's 63. Under center is Norton. He's got a receiver to his right. I formation. Drops the football, just kind of picks it up and tries to quarterback keep it, and he's stuffed. I believe there's Salmons and Carter again.
No carry. No gain on the carry. It was a third down.
So now, Jeff, you got the onside kick, had a huge momentum boost, kind of a swing of momentum there, and you ran 2 straight plays and it's gone nowhere. Now, let's just say you don't get the first down here and you don't move the ball at all. Is it a 4th down play, or do you punt it, make each Carter go the length of the field?
I think you make them go the length of the field because, right now you can't give up, the points in the field position just yet.
Norton under center, wing T formation. Man in motion. Dropping to throw, and just going to throw this one. This is hanging up in the air, and it's caught inside the 35 to about the 33 or 34-yard line. It's going to be a first down. Wasn't a terrible play over there. He kind of got inside leverage, and it was one-on-one, and just kind of a jump ball over there. And Rowan County converts another third down. This one will move the ball inside the 35 to the 33.
And is that momentum that's going on right now that's going to be the name of the game here?
It is. And momentarily, I thought that ball was going to be intercepted. So, wishbone formation. Now a man goes in motion. Handoff goes to Richardson up the middle, breaks the tackle inside the Raider 30 before he's pushed back. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 30.
Normal carry. Brings up second down.
Okay, we got a final, Jeff. 100 points were scored tonight in Canonsburg, 60-40. Bell County has defeated Boyd County in an old-fashioned Big 12 shootout. 101-41.
If you're a fan of offense, you had a great game.
Well, I'm sure that Evan Ferguson might be a fan of offense, but he is not happy right now.
Well,
Gordon,
you always have to have your defense, too.
As a man comes in motion now, jet sweep. Ball's on the ground. It's still loose. And I believe Rowan County was able to get back on top of it, and they were very fortunate there. They're going to lose a couple of yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Recovered by Rowan County.
You cannot allow Rowan County to keep converting these 3rd and longs. You're going to have to make a play. Somebody has to make a play here if you're East Carter. You can't, that was kind of the story last week. You can't allow these teams to just keep putting their foot in the door and converting these 3rd downs.
Yeah, because that was what got Rowan County on the scoreboard in the second quarter.
Yeah. Well, last week Estill County converted a 3rd and 14, and it ultimately gave them the game-winning touchdown. Under center is Norden. Here comes the blitz, and they got him in the backfield, way back, close to the Raider 40. And it's going to bring up 4th and very, very long.
52 for Barker.
Barker just shot a gap, and I wasn't sure if he was going to get him down, and got just enough of him.
By Keith Farm Supply.
And I'll be honest with you, Jeff, I think
this fourth down play is brought to you.
I think I'd go for it here, really, because, why wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Now they're going to punt. Watson's back in punt formation. Back deep for the Raiders is Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts. I'd put them at the line. I wouldn't even have anybody back there.
Put them right around the
I would.
25.
No, I'd put them up here to the 30. I wouldn't even put anybody back. I'd say, all right, punt it, pin us deep, because I don't want my kids catching a wet football that's muddy anyways back here.
Right.
If they're going to pin us deep, they're going to pin us deep.
Well, we've already seen teams dropping the ball on punts anyway.
And this one's going to be fielded by Gabe Roberts at about the 12 or 11-yard line. That's where East Carter will start this drive. Dangerous. I bet Tim Champlin was holding his breath there for a minute.
It's like fall down.
Yeah, fall down.
Correction, 10-yard line.
So East Carter kind of weathered the storm there from the end of the second quarter to the beginning of the third, and now they have an opportunity here to go 89 yards and kind of put this game out of reach with 7:30 left here in the third quarter. Johnson hands off to Yoke. Yoke puts his foot in the ground, gets upfield, breaks a tackle, spins across the 20 to about the 21-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 20. Second and very short.
Gain of 9 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 1.
And you got to think this field will have 2 weeks to heal itself by the time Battle of the Barrel comes.
Exactly, because with having with the weather that we have been having, it's probably good that it got a little bit of rain.
Yeah, because this one's a little sweep to Holbrook. Excuse me, it would have been a counter to Holbrook, and he goes across the 23, 24. They're going to mark it at the 25, and it'll be a first down. Of course, all first downs all season long are brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Greenham. Very nice national anthem by the East Carter Band.
Oh, East Carter has got one of the best bands around here.
This one's handoff to Ryland. Ryland cuts off into the middle of the field. Driving, gets across the 26 to the 27. Short gain of 3.
To the 28-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Looks like it'll be closer to 4, more so than 3. So 2nd and 6. East Carter's kind of stayed in the same formation all night with a 2-receiver set with a tight end opposite of the strong side. Johnson's been in the gun. He hasn't been under center one time tonight, Jeff.
Well, you don't want to show off too much early on in the season.
Setting up deep. He's got Holbrook in the flat wide open, who gets across the 30, and looks like there was a lot of back behind the play here. A couple of Raider linemen were down. Good play there by Holbrook and Johnson, but not sure what happened back here behind the play. Bring up 3rd and short. This is Holbrook or Yoke territory right here. Landon Yoke standing to Johnson's right. 2 receivers, a tight formation. This one's going to Yoke all the way. Handoff goes to Yoke. Sweeping off to his left, gets the first down, cuts back in the middle field, makes a nice move across the 40, across the 45, almost to midfield. It makes it to the 49. It'll be an East Carter first down.
To the 39-yard line.
That second cut, that's something you don't teach, Jeff.
That's pure instinct.
That
right
is
there.
a sign of a very, very good young running back right there. I was fortunate enough to play with a couple of those. And you don't see the second. Charlie Terry was really good at that. Isaac Boggs was really good at that. The second cut. Anybody can make the first cut in the hole. Can you make the second one then?
Well, that's just sticking with it and the determination to make sure that you get the job done.
Right. First and 10, East Carter. Ball spotted right at the Raider 48-yard line. Johnson in the gun. Sets up the pass. Sets up. Throws across the middle. He's got Mikey Hall inside the 40 to the Viking 38-yard line. It'll be another Raider first down. Brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy.
At the 39-yard line. First down, East Carter.
Of course, I do have to say, as far as bands go, we were talking about that just a minute ago. I was part of the band in 1999, and I mean, of course, it was at West Carter. We had a great chance. We actually even combined with East Carter going down to an inaugural parade. Great time with them. Of course, we always called ourselves the most dangerous band in the land.
I'm glad you said that. The best band I've ever seen is the Estill Counties.
Oh, they do have a good quality band.
Johnson in the gun. Handoff goes to Yoke. Yoke looking for a hole. Cuts it back into the middle field. Lowers his shoulder, runs over a Viking, and gets inside the 35 to the 34.
To the 34-yard line. Up second down.
So East Carter starting this drive back at their own 12-yard line. Have it inside the Viking 34, 35. As clock hits 10:40 p.m., Jeff.
I was going to say we might get out of here around midnight tonight.
Well, that's fine. We ain't got nothing to do. Johnson in the gun, two receivers to his left. Yoke in the backfield. Handoff goes to Holbrook on a counter. Defensive end got way too upfield. Holbrook lowers his shoulder, gets inside the 25. Looks like they're on marking right at the 25. It'll be another first down, East Carter. You got to think here. It was time. We're rolling underneath 3 minutes here in the third. Raider touchdown here almost puts it out of reach if you're Rowan County.
Yeah, because this is getting to be a point of the game late in the third quarter. 3 minutes left. Time to go get your chili chips and cheese, and watch some great football. And this is where they need to get it
And this is
done
exactly what the doctor ordered if you're Coach Tim Champlin. A long drive, holding the ball, running that clock. Handoff goes to Ryland, sweeping off to his right. He's got a lot of room. He's going to race inside the 20 and be wrestled down from behind, and he's tackled in an awkward way, and I believe that's going to be a horse collar. It sure will be. This will be half the distance to the goal, so the ball will be well inside the 10 here with an automatic first down. He had a first down anyways. Brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy.
Personal foul penalty against Rowan.
Anytime you see a player buckle like that and they're going backwards.
East Carter got that called on him last week, and it was very obvious. I mean, sometimes, and I can speak for myself, I've done it too, but it wasn't a flag. What a penalty when we used to do it. But sometimes you don't deliberately try to do it. You just try to grab onto what you can, and sometimes, unfortunately, it's the back of the shoulder pads.
Exactly, because you're not wanting to let them go. You're just grabbing whatever you can. And sometimes it does go right inside the middle of the shoulder pad.
Ball spotted right at the 7. Johnson's in the gun. He's got a receiver to his left and his right. Ryland's in the backfield. Johnson dropping a throw. A little just fade over to Gabe Roberts, who comes down with it. Touchdown, East Carter.
Pass complete, number 3, Gabe Roberts. Touchdown, Raider.
He was over there working with, I guess, Josh Drake, and Dave Roberts wins that battle. It's 26-6. Of course, that touchdown brought to you by Johnson Chiropractic. Let Shannon Johnson help you get back in the game of life. Each Carter's going to go for 2 here. Huge 2-point conversion here. Johnson's in the gun. Look for something similar here. Now they're just going to hand it off straight up the middle, and he's going to walk in. kind of does a front flip into the end zone. The two-point conversion is good.
No conversion.
2:12 left third quarter. It's East Carter 28.
2:12 left in the third
Rowan
quarter.
County 6. We'll be back
East Carter
on
28.
Kool TV.
Rowan
The
County
Electric
6.
Plant Board of the City of Vanceburg has been serving the needs of the community since 1939 and is dedicated to maintaining reliable utility service for its customers. Their employees are active members of the community and take pride in serving their neighbors and friends. The Utility Board encourages their customers to use their convenient online bill pay or phone payment service located on the back of their bill. They remind everyone to call 811 before you dig, even for small jobs, to prevent hitting buried utility line. And they wish all the teams the best of luck this season.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Jeff, you know what the best medication is for a momentum swing to begin the half? Well, I'll tell you, if you don't know, it's going 89 yards in 9 plays and taking nearly 7 minutes off the clock.
Coach Champlin, I'm sure, is very thrilled about that.
That's where we sit, 28-6, East Carter over Rowan County with 2:12 left here in the third. As this one's just a line drive kick fielded by Rowan County, who is going to be pushed out of bounds close to the 40-yard line. Of course, tonight's game is brought to you in part by JD Flooring of Greenup. For all your carpet and flooring needs, see the good folks at JD Flooring. By Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance, Kurt can take care of all your insurance needs, home, health, and vehicle. That's Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. And by the Greenup County Public Library with branches in Flatwood, South Shore, and the main branch in downtown Greenup. Books, movies, and so much more. The Greenup County Public Libraries.
I've always been a big fan of public libraries.
I have too. Rowan County is going to start this drive, Jeff, at their own 37-yard line. And you got to think here, you don't get any points here. That may be all she wrote for the Vikings. Norton's in the gun. Hamilton to his left, dropping to throw. Throws over to his left. It's just a heave up in the air. Ball's bobbled, and he catches it but pays the price as Carter comes over and just puts a very good hit on him, a square hit. And it's not the receiver's fault. The ball kind of sailed and it kind of set him up for one of those, I guess in Madden you'd call that a hit stick. So, gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Norton in the gun, under center, wing T formation. Now they have a man coming in motion. That's Drake. Handoff goes straight up the middle, and just that, I'm telling you, that defensive front for East Carter has just completely taken away A and B gap for the Vikings tonight.
So you need to break out a big sweep right about now if you're Rowan County and just try to get them on the outside.
And that's been their most successful runs, have been counters and sweeps. They've tried to keep East honest and try to hit A and B and sometimes even C. But the only time they've been successful, Jeff, is when they go off the right or left tackle way wide and try to spread out the Raiders. And Norton under center. Handoff to Richardson straight ahead, and Carter comes in and really meets him right at the first down marker. It's going to be close. I believe they're going to call fourth down. They're not even going to measure this. Where he's standing, Jeff, it looks like he got the first down.
Well, you look at the near official to us versus the far official, and I think they gave it to him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The far official was standing right at the first down marker, so he initially signaled fourth down. So 1st and 10, Rowan County. Ball's marked at their own 48-yard line. That's going to run. They're going to try to run a play here with 1 second. They got I tell you, that was almost really, really disastrous. They're lucky the whistle
Your
blew.
score. Headed
At
in
the end
to
of
the
three,
third quarter.
Carter
Fourth
leads
quarter.
28-6 over Rowan County.
28.
We'll be back on Kool TV.
Come on,
A
East Carter.
significant number of people are both dehydrated and lacking the proper nutrients their body needs to function optimally. Intravenous therapy is a great way to refresh, refuel, and recover from the stresses of life. Bluegrass Drip offers intravenous therapy as well as aesthetics procedures that help remodel and replace collagen, all in a very relaxing atmosphere. For more information, call 205-285-1642 or go to bluegrassdrip.com. That's Bluegrass Drip Wellness and Aesthetics.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Back out here at God's Country, Grayson, Kentucky, on the campus of East Carter High School. It's 28-6. Raiders lead the Vikings at the beginning of the fourth quarter. As we switch ends of the field, Jeff, but it didn't. It was about a 4 or 5 yard switch as the ball was already placed at the 48-yard line. We just kind of walked 4 yards and put it at the other 48-yard line. So
I'm sure the officials are very appreciative of that, especially late as it is right now, going on 10:50.
what do they do with the balls at the 50? Do they just flip the football upside down?
I think they do. Well, they turn it around.
Yeah, they turn it around.
You got to make sure that the sensor's in the right spot. And
right.
Oh, wait a minute. That's the XFL.
1st and 10, Rowan County. Norton in the guns. Got Drake coming in motion. Handoff's going to Richardson up the middle. And I tell you, that's the first time tonight as he rumbles inside the 45. So about the Raider 43. The first time tonight that Rowan County has been successful running A-gaps. So we got a player that's cramping here.
And this fourth quarter is being brought to you by Johnny's Pizza. Also, fans, if you are missing a cellular device, an Android in nature, looks like it's maybe lived a little bit of a rough life with 1 or 2 or 12 cracks on the screen. But anyhow, if you are missing...
So I guess if you're here and watching us on Kool TV to hear the play-by-play and you're missing your cell phone...
Well, they can't be watching us if they're missing their cell phone.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Unless they're watching on someone else's device.
Well, with that many cracks in it, I doubt they would even be able to watch us.
It'd be tough. Maybe they're just listening.
Yeah. Well, I guarantee you they're not listening to me.
They may be the people that...
See, when people get on Kool TV, the first thing they do is mute.
It's like, let me watch it. I'll do my own play.
Obviously, I'm kidding. Because we've got a busy week, Jeff, for Kool TV. I've got a game Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we've got a couple of really big games. Of course, we've got an East-West volleyball game.
Exactly, and we're getting ready for that. And, that was I had West earlier on this week, and played a Bath County team that was struggling a little bit. But that could be anybody's game because
the Carter County schools have always been pretty good at volleyball.
Exactly. Usually,
especially, and I'm not, what it is. I'm just going to tell you how it is. Especially West. West has been historically pretty good at volleyball. So, not saying East hadn't, but in the recent history, West has been pretty good.
And they got Coach Tackett back now.
The ball's still loose. Norton's able to get underneath it, and that's a quality of the field condition. The ball's wet.
Fumble that's recovered.
It was under center.
County.
He was, sometimes when the center snaps the ball and the quarterback goes to grip it, it kind of just slides out. When I played at Russell, we played in the Kiwanis Bowl, Jeff, and from those of you that are familiar with Putnam Stadium, it used to flood like crazy. And so literally we played in 6 inches of water at some parts of that field. And I remember if we just could snap the ball, we would win. We ended up winning the game 6-0.
That's when you have to break out the kayaks.
Sometimes, you just got to do that. So it is what it is, 3rd and about 4, Rowan County. East Carter has allowed the Vikings to convert several of these 3rd and medium and 3rd and longs tonight. As there's going to be a false start here. It sure is. As Rowan County had multiple players moving at the same time. So this will take a 3rd and 4 and make a 3rd and 9. Of course, and It makes it challenging, Jeff, because I don't know when exactly I'm going to be able to do my show this week. And for those of you that watch my show, we had really, really good view as far as numbers for our first show. Of course, that's when I get on there and I say some stuff that sometimes get me in trouble, but it is what it is.
But we're honest. We're going to.
I know. What's wrong with telling the truth these days? That's become such a lost art.
I know a lot of people.
Everybody is so. Some people get so offended when you tell the truth, but not anymore. People just know I'm an idiot. So 3rd and long as he rolls to his right. Norton throws downfield. Another really good ball there by Norton as it's completed. He's going to be short, and the ball will be spotted inside the 45 to about the 44-yard line.
Fans, that 3rd down stop.
Maybe the 43. It's going to bring up 4th and a really long 2 here. Listen to this score, Jeff. With 7:24 left in the game, Lewis leads Magoffin County 6-0.
It's 4th down and brought to you by Primary.
That's a low-scoring game right there.
Quickly to the line are the Vikings. Quarterback sneaking. He got it. He got a huge surge as Norton took the snap, and, man, he hit the hole quick, didn't he?
He did. He might have jumped just a little bit because he was riding right his center, getting ready to do a leapfrog right over top of him.
Sure was. A good play by Norton. Converts to 3rd and short. As it looks like we've got a player down out there, a Viking down. While they tend to him, we'll take a commercial break. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Your local gym meets all your kids' athletic needs. Forget the long drives. Go to Cosmic Athletic Center in Olive Hill. We have instruction in all-star cheer, tumbling, basketball, volleyball, soccer, hip-hop dance, and pickleball at our 12,000 square foot facility. Or schedule your next birthday party with us. Our highly qualified staff works with athletes from 5 counties. Like us on Facebook or go to thecosmiccenter.com on US 60 by Rock Crusher Curve in Olive Hill. Phone 286-0239. Cosmic Athletic Center.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
Back out here on Kool TV, the Viking that was down after the conversion was the quarterback, Norton. And he walked off on his own power. It looks like he's going to be okay. Sometimes, and I don't know, but sometimes when you get tackled like that, maybe a helmet gets driven into your back, and sometimes stuff like that happens. So hopefully he's back in the game quickly. He at least has to sit out one play. Per the rules.
Anytime you lose your helmet, or if the play is stopped because of that, you got to go out a little bit.
And if a kid's hurt, he should have to sit out a play.
At least get checked out by the trainer for the one play.
So hopefully he's okay. And that's one thing about last year, Jeff, that really bothered me a whole lot is we had a lot of kids get hurt, and not only hurt but season-ending injuries. With whether it be ACLs or concussions and stuff of that nature. So
I always hate to especially see a senior or something like that, someone go down.
I believe Hamilton took a direct snap. He's just going to run the Wildcat or Wild Viking. He just lowers his shoulder and gets a nice gain on 1st down. He goes inside the Raider 35 to about the 34.
Hamilton on the keep. He's up 2nd down.
9:23 left in the game here. East Carter in control, 28-6. Rowan County is driving, though, but it looks like Norton's going to stay out another play, Jeff. And you kind of wonder if Hamilton can throw. Are you content with kind of stacking the line of scrimmage here for East Carter? And I think they are. And now East Carter's moved into almost a 4-3, and they ate him up that time. As a safety comes down line of scrimmage, it looks like a 3-4, but it's really not. It's just a cover 3 that the safety has come down and moved over top the slot receiver. So really good pursuit and really good push up front there by East Carter's defense. Brings up third and about, what do you say, 6?
I'd say 6.
Tell you what, if you're the parents of these East Carter front 7, they deserve whatever they want to eat tonight.
I say head out, get some Giovanni's. Or some,
Giovanni's.
Of course, I guess you got Nardo's now here in town.
You've got to eat Trace Romano's, Jeff.
Trace Romano's, absolutely.
Hamilton rolls off to his right, throws downfield. He's got a man wide open, and the ball skipped right in front of him, and it's going to fall incomplete. He'll bring up third and 6. I still cannot get over that Bell County Boyd score.
Putting up 100 in the second week.
101 points between the teams. 60-41 was the final. I want to see the stats from that game, particularly from Bell County. We got word that Bell County's running back had 200 yards rushing in the first half. So the reason why I keep bringing that up is we're going to make a trip to Canonsburg next week. So seeing East Carter run the ball, and I don't know if Rowan County, I don't think Rowan County's on the par of team what Boyd County is, but seeing East Carter's offense roll the way they have tonight really makes you think next week is going to be a pretty good football game.
Exactly, and you're not for sure really how to plan for it because
Hamilton rolls off to his right, looking downfield, and just kind of a jump pass, and it's almost intercepted. And it falls short, and that'll turn the ball over on downs. East Carter will take over, 7:51 left. Now, if you're Coach Tim Champlin, you want a long 4 yards for play. You want to run. You hope Rowan County doesn't touch the ball the rest of the game.
Yeah, you want to drag this out and run run it to the outside, run it to the inside, anything to keep the ball moving up. Inch it up. Run every play that you possibly can out there.
A final, Morgan County defeats Jenkins 52-12. So, unfortunately, I know Jenkins didn't have a football team for a long time. I think it was 3 or 4 years, Jeff. And Morgan County's kind of one of those teams that has, put it blunt, they've struggled. They've really struggled. Seeing Morgan County in the win column, I don't care who they play, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, one of our schools and everything else we follow pretty closely. And
let me tell you something. Some of the nicest people you'll ever meet in Morgan County.
And it's a community that's been through a lot. I mean,
you talk about the tornadoes.
Yeah, I mean, and you look at their facilities now, top notch.
Yeah, I mean, yes, their baseball field's legitimately an MLB field. Johnson in the gun, fakes the handoff to Yoke, little screen pass over to Roberts. Roberts breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and finally ridden down from behind, but not before he gets across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Up second down.
And you talk about Gabe Roberts a little bit. I know we give him high praise, but what's it going to take for someone besides myself and Kool TV to give this kid some serious recognition? I mean, he almost had 100 yards at Estill County, and he's got a couple of touchdown catches here tonight. Should be really, really close to maybe another 100-yard night. The way things are going, Jeff, Gabe Roberts might lead the area in receiving when it's over with. Handoff goes to Yoke. Yoke puts his foot in the ground, cuts, goes across the 50 into Viking territory, and we cut down right at the 48. It'll be a 1st and 10. East Carter brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy.
First down, East Carter.
I believe they're going to mark it at the 49.
Brought to you by Grayson Sanitation.
Johnson in the gun. Calls for the ball, hands it off to Yoke. Yoke breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, gets inside the 45 to about the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, maybe 6. As clock continues to roll, it's at 6:15.
Second down.
And something that we talked about in the pregame, Jeff, East Carter is winning the line of scrimmage right now.
and they're doing it on both the offensive and defensive end. Because right now they're doing exactly what they need. They picked up 6 right here. If they pick up another 5 here, get another first down, that's going to put everything in the back pocket.
And if you're Rowan County, you don't want to hang your heads. I mean, there was opportunities for them tonight. They just a lot of it was self-inflicted wounds, and East Carter really just, I like to use the term, showed their teeth. So you're seeing a young East Carter team kind of evolve tonight. And I know they got some veterans on this team, but there's some youngins on there that are not used to seeing this type of varsity minutes. And you're seeing them kind of transform into a team that not only can win the district, but make a deep playoff push.
Because that's obviously the goal that every one of these teams want to get through there every year.
Johnson in the gun. Handoff goes to Yoke, straight up the middle. Yoke may score. He's inside the 30, inside the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Stiff arm, touchdown, East Carter.
Touchdown, leading. Touchdown, brought to you by
Of course, that touchdown is brought to you by Johnson Chiropractic. Let Dr. Shannon Johnson help you get back in the game of life. I mentioned a little bit in my show on Tuesday about how hard Yoke runs, and I'm telling you, he don't just run hard. He inflicts pain on people that try to tackle him. He sticks that left arm out and just gives them a stiff arm that is just ridiculous. 4:51 left here in Grayson. It's 35 to 6. Kool TV.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you. They know you by name.
You may not go in there for a day or several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Ashland Credit Union. Own your journey.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenham, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Back out here on Kool TV, 4:51 left. It's 35 to 6. East Carter leads. And exactly what the doctor ordered. If you're Coach Tim Champlin, this one, Carter kicks it. It'll drop just inside the 20. It's bobbled. Bobbled, still loose. Finally, the returner picks it up, tries to make a return, and is swarmed. Looks like they're going to mark it as we got an East Carter Raider cramping up. Let's see. I believe that's Potter over there on the Rowan County sideline. Let's see where they marked this ball at. It looks like it's going to be marked just inside the... Well, we're still waiting on a spot. This ball is going to be marked just inside the 30. So about the 27-yard line. That's where Rowan County will start maybe their last drive of the night. Trailing 35 to 6. First and 10, Rowan County. Dropping to throw. Really good play there. Stepping in front of it. Here comes a very late flag.
Ball's incomplete. Flag on the play.
They're going to get an unnecessary roughness, I believe, against Ashton Lewis. over there who had no idea that the guy didn't have the ball. Just kind of was trying to make the tackle there, thought he caught it, and kind of threw him to the ground. It wasn't intentional, but it's going to cost East Carter 15 yards. And Coach Tim Champlin knows. I mean, he's not over there, yelling or anything like that.
He's just playing hard.
He's just playing hard. He's just playing, and it wasn't intentional. So, ball moves all the way across the 40 to the 42-yard line. And it looks like there's a lot of younger Raiders in. This one's going to be an RPO, and it's not going anywhere. Lewis makes up for it with a 3 or 4 yard loss. Tackle for loss. This one's going to be moved maybe back inside the 40. It looks like they're going to mark it at the 40, but a loss of 3. Maybe 2. As clock continues to roll at 4:15. Handoff. Oh. I believe that is Hamilton, who runs over an East Carter defender, goes into Raider territory and out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
The Vikings.
It'll be 1st and 10, Rowan County. Clock continues to roll. It's at 3:38. As East Carter is going to move to 1-1 on the year. And they're going to meet the Boyd County Lions in Canonsburg next week. Of course, I'll be on the call for that one. In the gun. Handoff. It's a reverse to Richardson. Richardson cuts up in the middle of the field. Nice open field tackle there by Yoke.
On the carry.
Richardson gets it inside the 40 to about the 38. Clock continues to run. It doesn't look like Rowan County's in any hurry to get back to the line of scrimmage. Just kind of going through the motions here and dropping the throw. And pass is dropped as the receiver tried to turn upfield before he caught it. And it'll stop the clock at 2:17. East Carter leading 35-6. And you got to look at, you look back at this game, and I can't keep stats. I've got 2 rosters here. I try to, note things that happen during the game. So it's tough to keep stats. But just the feel of the game, Jeff, it was a complete team effort tonight for East Carter.
Yeah, they got it done on the offensive end, got it on the defensive end. They run it, they threw it. It's going to be tough for Boyd County next week to try to figure out what to do with this East Carter team.
Well, and you say that, but here's another thing. The most impressive thing is, and I know the scoreboard's impressive, the most impressive thing that I found interesting about this young team is this pass is intercepted. Heading up the near sideline is number 22, Garrett Blue.
Intercepted by the way, East Carter.
So the most impressive thing that I saw tonight was Rowan County scored there at the end of the first half, made it 20-6, still in striking distance. They come out, they get the onside kick. East Carter did not flinch. They didn't flinch. They withstood. That was the worst of the storm as far as Rowan County is concerned. And they forced a Rowan County punt, and that was it. I mean, it seemed like as soon as they stopped them on that opening drive of the second half, that it was smooth sailing. They put the car in cruise control. And since then, they've added a couple of scores, and that's where we sit, 35-6.
Yeah, and really, as we've mentioned it time after time after time, They only got that 6 because of a tip ball.
On a 3rd and 29, which I'm sure Coach Tim Champlin is going to bring up during next week's practices. We've got a lot of younger players, and handoff goes to number 5. I don't have a number 5 on my roster.
Second down and 3.
A lot of young Raiders out on the field right now, and that's what you love to see. Because when there's young Raiders on the field, guys that don't really get to see a lot of experience, first off, it gives them experience in the varsity level, first off. Second off, it usually means that you're winning by a lot.
Exactly. Well, and I mean, that's exactly what you want. Your younger players to get in.
It's no offense to anybody. You can't put kids that don't have a whole lot of experience in against starters because they're going to get hurt. And it's not because, they haven't been playing football long enough. It's because their bodies are not ready to take big-time hits like that. I don't know who this number 5 is, but he is shifty. A good little promising running back for the future.
Well, and, you see it time after time in movies, too. Someone forgets their helmet. They don't get out there. They don't get the second string out there.
That's what hurt Boobie Miles.
Yeah.
People forget that. His clock rolls under 45 seconds. Pending the Lewis County score, I believe all of our teams were undefeated tonight, Jeff.
Say, Kool TV bringing good luck to our local schools that we have around here.
I hope so. As the Warm the Buses chant begins over here to our right. Number 5, man, I'm telling you, that kid runs hard. He's
all the ball carrier.
He's got good field vision. I'm telling you, that's a first down, and we're under 7, 5, 4, and that's going to end it. Final from Grayson. East Carter has defeated Rowan County 35-6. When we come back, we'll break this game down.
Your local gym meets all your kids' athletic needs. Forget the long drives. Go to Cosmic Athletic Center in Olive Hill. We have instruction in all-star cheer, tumbling, basketball, volleyball, soccer, hip-hop dance, and pickleball at our 12,000 square foot facility. Or schedule your next birthday party with us. Our highly qualified staff works with athletes from 5 counties. Like us on Facebook or go to thecosmiccenter.com. On US 60 by Rock Crusher Curve in Olive Hill. Phone 286-0239. Cosmic Athletic Center.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Check out Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson for the Lane liquidation event with sofas and dinette sets starting at $299 and sectional sofas at $699. Dyer's has all the top brands in bedding from Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Serta, and Beauty Rest. They have a full selection of home appliances in stock and ready for immediate delivery while offering easy payment plans with no credit checks. Let Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore be your next stop for all your home furnishing needs. Family owned and operated for 4 generations and serving northeastern Kentucky for over 75 years. Stop by or give them a call at 606-474-5515. That's Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore, 506 Carolina Boulevard in Grayson.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
I got here on Kool TV is the football team sings to the student body and the band who did a very good national anthem tonight. A complete team performance tonight for the Raiders. Was very good up front. Secondary played very well. And, of course, the playmakers made plays, yes.
Did exactly what they needed to do all night long.
You talk about Landon Yoke and and Roberts and Mikey Hall, and I thought Johnson, he threw one interception, but he played great. I thought he showed some maturity on times where he probably could have forced the ball downfield. Instead, he tucked it and ran, and a couple of times got first downs. So this team continues to grow. It continues to grow, and you're seeing it each week as, when you deal with a young team like this, more reps is the best thing you could happen. And not only that, but going in tonight, some people begin to question, is East Carter still the good East Carter, or they kind of went back to their old ways? And I think that the questions have been answered, that East Carter is still East Carter. So.
It is, because you start thinking, okay, well, who did they lose? And then we were even talking earlier, they lost a good player to specialization, going in for, I think, was it baseball and basketball?
Goodman.
Yeah. So, I mean, everybody's like, can they win without him? Can they win without the offense they had going on? Can they win? That conversation's over right now.
Yep, it is. And not to say Goodman's not a great player. He's a great player. But when you have guys step up like Roberts and Hall and a few other guys, that's a sign of a very, very good football team. And I think East Carter will continue to get better. A complete team effort. And Tim Champlin can't be any prouder than his team tonight. It's kind of a weight lifted off your shoulders because you have the talent. It was one of those things, like we say, the experience. So we'll take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll break this game down a little bit more and look at scores around the area here on Kool TV.
The Electric Plant Board of the City of Vanceburg has been serving the needs of the community since 1939 and is dedicated to maintaining reliable utility service for its customers. Their employees are active members of the community and take pride in serving their neighbors and friends. The Utility Board encourages their customers to use their convenient online bill pay or phone payment service located on the back of their bill. They remind everyone to call 811 before you dig, even for small jobs, to prevent hitting buried utility line. And they wish all the teams the best of luck this season.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you, they know you by name.
You may not go in there for a day or, several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Ashland Credit.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Looking for a new ride? Stop by Fairchild's Auto Sales, where everyone is approved. Good credit, bad credit, even no credit. Fairchild Auto Sales is fast and hassle-free and can get you on the road with down payments as low as only $500. Plus, all purchases receive a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty. With new inventory arriving weekly, Fairchild's Auto Sales is certain to have that new ride you are looking for. Need servicing on your ride? Fairchild's Auto Sales is now offering service work with oil change and brake service specials. Let Fairchild's Auto Sales earn your business. Call 606-494-2030 or visit fairchildsauto.com. Fairchild's Auto Sales, US 23 in Wortland.
Back out here on Kool TV is Coach Tim Champlin that's talking to his team out on the field, addressing his team after like we said, a very, very complete team effort. I mean, you couldn't ask for any more than what East Carter came and did tonight. They knew they had unfinished business from a week ago. Not taking anything away from Estill County, but it's one of those games where you leave the press box, in our case, and you say, we're a better team than the team that just beat us.
Well, you see 22-21.
Yeah.
It leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
It does. But it's one of those things that you learn and you move on, and you've seen it tonight with you never once thought that they lost last week. They never showed any there's no adversity. They just took care of business. They did what they had to do, and that was the end of that. We'll take one more commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Tim Champlin here on Kool TV.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you. Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Back out here on Kool TV as we wait Coach Tim Champlin. Again, a final 35-6. East Carter has defeated Rowan County. Some scores around the area. Start the fourth quarter. Raceland leads Letcher County Central 34-14. Final, Lewis County has defeated Magoffin County 6-0. Final, Bell County wins in Canonsburg in an absolute scoring fest, 60-41. In the Pike County Bowl, Pike County Central defeats Martin County 9-6. And of course, Jeff, we've got several games that are going on tomorrow. Like we said early in the broadcast, we had seen the weather forecast on Monday, and we thought we were all going to burn up here on Friday. So with the impending forecast, a lot of these schools move their games to Saturday. And so if you're an avid fan of high school football like I am, you'll have a full slate tomorrow, with different games around the area.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I think one of the first ones I heard hearing it off of, I think, WSAZ in the morning was Greenup County.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pulled the trigger, I think, right around Monday and said, hey, we're going to do it Saturday. And you can check it out on the bottom of our screen right here. You see scrolling through some final scores and some of those games that's coming in. You got the Russell Greenup County coming in on
Ashland,
Saturday.
West Jessamine, Pikeville, Johnson Central. You've got, a few of these games that would have taken place tonight. And those are games that I normally wouldn't get to see, which I'm completely fine with, but I'm going to watch them tomorrow now.
Exactly. Now that we got a chance to
especially the Johnson Central Pikeville game.
That should be a great game out there.
I'm going to have 4 or 5 TVs set up, and of course, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm actually a big NASCAR fan too. So I'll be watching. They're at Daytona tomorrow, so I'll be watching that, and I'll have 2 or 3 monitors hooked up to Xboxes and playing streams to that. So it'll be it'll get something good to eat. Might get fancy tomorrow with the wife or girlfriend and cook bologna sandwiches.
Well, there you go. Or like we said earlier, you hit up some Trace.
People just exactly Trace Hermanos and Clark's. They got really good chicken there. One of the things that people don't know about me is, I really like bologna sandwiches, and I like them burnt. It has to be burnt.
Right.
And people that eat raw bologna, I can't do that.
I'll tell you, one thing I've been looking forward to trying to sometime is smoked bologna.
Well, what about treat? I like treat a lot.
Treat is good.
It's not. People do not like treat.
because you got
Treat and
that.
eggs is phenomenal.
I mean, it's right on there, right with spam and everything else going on there.
No, I'm not a spam guy. I like Treat better.
Yeah, treat. Treat's
well,
it's Armor. On there.
That's right. It is Armor. So, again, East Carter with a full, complete team effort tonight is they really just took care of business. And the film that we got for Rowan County was a little deceiving. They went to Lawrence County last week, and they were down 21-0, Jeff, before they even took an offensive snap. Lawrence County received. They took the ball down the field and scored, and then got 2 onside kicks in a row before Rowan County even touched the ball, and was down 21-0. So that was a bad gauge. You really didn't know how good Rowan County was. You didn't know what to expect here tonight. And, there was same goes for East Carter. But, when you're a team like East Carter that has all this talent and they're inexperienced, a game like this, when they really just put it together, is really, really encouraging, especially for everybody in this community, including myself.
Yeah, and as you said, a complete game too. From the opening kickoff to the final snap there. That number 5, he was playing it out there.
And that's the quality you get when you have a program. The fact that they could put in, the JV team and even some freshmen in there, and to perform the way that they did is what programs do. And for years to come, until, and I'm going to say it, somebody's going to get mad, but it's going to happen. Until Carter County Central gets built, East Carter will be a team that you don't want to play.
Right. And then combining, that's going to be another factor that you get there.
And I've told a couple people this. When they put East Carter and West Carter together and they put them in 4A, you better be very, very afraid of the future.
Because you can imagine, having a team like they had with, West Carter going to the semifinals.
If they would have put those two teams together, they would have won 4A probably back-to-back.
Oh, easily. Because, if
you would have had Terry and Klein in the backfield.
Right. 1-2 punch. It wasn't like, okay, well, who else do we got that can go back there if, something happens with Klein or something happens with Terry?
Nobody in 4A would have touched that team.
Yeah, they wouldn't have had to pass at all.
Well, they probably would have, though, because they would have had great receivers like Goodman and what was that West Carter receiver? What was his last name?
He had
Bond.
Yeah,
Bond.
Jackson Bond.
And then you'd have 2 really good quarterbacks with Cozy and Perry. That team would have been loaded.
Yeah, it'd been one of those that you could almost done the Calipari 2-squad team.
The platoons.
Yeah, the platoons. It's like, throw this out there. I know, especially, with the XFL coming out and USFL, a lot of them, I know that, they're getting to know their players and everything. They don't have a whole lot of time to work with them, but they try to go the platoon method. It's like, we're going to put this quarterback in on this this type of play. We're going to put this quarterback in on this type of play, and you get them rolling there.
And I've always been, and I've said this around here, and I say it wherever I go, and I don't care what people think. If East Carter gets past Belfry, the year that Belfry wins state, they win state.
Right.
And you got to think, I was on the call for that game. I broadcasted that game. If a lot of the, Raiders that watch the games each week will remember, this game was tied right before the half, and East Carter was getting ready to go in. It was 4th and goal with the 1, and Belfry stopped them. When they stopped them, it seemed like that was it. The game completely changed, and Belfry was able to roll off a couple of touchdowns, and after that, East Carter was playing from behind, and anytime you're playing from behind against a team that runs the ball like Belfry does, you're in trouble.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that, it almost seemed like, we kind of talked about how both Carter County teams in that way, same thing. They both got into a hole a little bit early and then moved on. We'll turn over the headset here to Coach Champ here.
As Coach Tim Champlin joins us. Coach.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're fine.
I broke something.
Coach, let's not pretend you were a little concerned about your team's effort last Friday night, and you there's a lot of weight on everybody's shoulders. When your team comes out and performs the way they did tonight, how's that, add momentum going into the next week?
It makes you feel good. I thought our kids responded well to coaching and film this week, and that was kind of our message to them, was being able to be coached hard, being, responding to their mistakes and being called out and understanding those things. And so I felt like they did a very, very good job of that, responding and coming out and getting, playing well tonight.
We spoke last week at Estill County about some of your younger guys as well as they played. I know that you lost, but as well as they played, talk a little bit about how Johnson has just emerged as one of the leaders on your offense.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. Listen, I thought he did a great job tonight, staying calm in passing situations. Looking at his first read and coming off his first read and going to his second and third read sometimes, and getting the ball downfield to his playmakers in open space, not forcing too much. I think he tried to force a few balls, but overall not too many. He threw the one pick, but. It is what it is, and those are going to happen. Listen, I think he's playing really, really good football right now and doing a really, really good job for us.
One young talent that you have that you kind of, me and you talked during the week, and you told me before we played in our week 1 game, is Landon Yoke, a guy that has learned to take the second cut in his runs. Talk a little bit about him and how he's progressed these last couple of weeks.
I feel like he's really starting to see the blocks and understand the scheme and running behind his pads and running behind his blocks, man. So many times tonight we gave him the ball and he would slow down, and he was really patient in his running and get behind that block and get his hand on the guard's butt and just follow it right up into the hole. And when the guard went one way, he would cut and go the other way and get an extra 4 or 5 yards. And so he's definitely a big back, a hard back to bring down, runs really hard, runs really strong. And we like getting him the ball inside there.
I'm going to brag about the big ones up front here for a second. That was kind of the question mark I had leaving last week's game, is how will East Carter's front seven respond against another heavy running team? Talk a little bit about how well they played tonight, and especially against A and B gaps.
I thought our inside linebackers played really, really well tonight. They kind of struggled last week of getting their reads and getting downhill and fitting in the run game. But tonight, I really think they played downhill. They fit things really tight and really hard and really fast. And then our D line, we're playing Holly
a lot,
9, 11 guys up front. And we're just kind of rotating them through and getting different looks, and we've got different grouping scenarios that we're putting in there. And so, they're doing a really, really good job of accepting their roles. And a lot of those guys are playing both ways on the O&D line. And we told them, try to get them out every third series. We're trying to get you out of series. And so being able to rotate those guys up front and not lose anything or not have major fall off has been a really, really good thing.
One last thing, talk about the progression that Gabe Roberts and Mikey Hall have made. You talk about the end of last year into this year. How much have they meant as far as changing the way that you run offense? Because you were pass heavy there midway through the game. I mean, you ran about 8 or 9 straight pass plays.
Yeah, we were trying to get the ball outside, and so, Rowan County was tightening everything down, and we felt last year it was one thing. We ran into a lot of 8 and 9 man boxes. And so, one thing going into this offseason we talked about if people are going to play 8 and 9 in the box, we got to throw it outside and let those guys go play. And so that's one thing we've tried to do early here is get the ball outside to those guys and let them go make plays and get in one-on-one situations. And so far they've done really well. Those two guys have worked really hard in the offseason with their route running and getting with Quentin and throwing and getting on the kind of the same page with him, getting the timing, all that stuff figured out. And so I think Quentin feels good throwing to them, and I think they're comfortable with him. And so, so far it's been really good for us.
I don't want to leave anybody out. Briar Holbrook was really, really good tonight.
He was.
I mentioned everybody except for him. I just wanted to mention him. He does a really good job of running that counter you guys have.
He is kind of like our ace in the hole. He can play tailback. He can play our wings position. He can play our slot receiver position. He's a kid that we can kind of move and piece and do a lot of different things with, and he just accepts his role, man, and goes. And if he carries the ball 15 times or if he carries the ball 5 times, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to him as long as the Raiders got a victory, and that's all he cares about. And those are the type of kids that you want to coach and you want to be around and you want in your program. And so we use him in a lot of different situations, and man, he just goes and plays football.
Coach Tim Champlin of the East Carter Raiders. Coach, I'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, and as always, go Raiders. Appreciate it.
We'll be back on Kool TV.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you. Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Again, for the final time tonight, East Carter has defeated Rowan County 35-6. For Spencer Hutchison and Jeff Irwin and his crew, we want to thank East Carter High School for allowing us to come out here and do that. Some of the nicest people you would ever meet. Coach Tim Champlin for joining us after the game. And, of course, you can catch me next week. I'll be on the call on radio at Boyd County as East Carter will go on the road, just take about a 15-minute trip up the road to Cannesburg. And until then, we are signing off.
Thank you for watching another East Carter Raiders football broadcast live on Kool TV. This broadcast of East Carter Raiders football has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Hit Sports Network and Kool TV. Thank you for watching another East Carter Raiders football.